$1,100 for the animals so far. What? $1,100 you all have raised for the animals. It's Friday. It's Friday, and we are rocking around the Christmas tree. Have a happy holiday. Ba-ba-da-da-da. We are getting down with the Christmas rock. We're getting down with everything, y'all. That is what's happening right here, right now. My chat's not happening, though, so what's up in the chat? Are we delayed? Are we delayed? What's happening right here? I know y'all are here. I know you're here. Aha! Angel Heart! Ah, woo! Teapot! Teapot in the house! Teapot in the house! All right, everybody. Where's everybody on Friday? Y'all better not be at happy hour before I start these readings, because if I didn't get invited to happy hour, no good's going to come of that. Hey, Casey! Hey, my web! Shadow Maven! Ah-roo! Rocking around the Christmas tree. Have a happy holiday. Dun-na-na-na-na. Hey, Tanya. Hey, everybody. Do you hear what I hear? Is that Amy? Oh, Amy. Amy says hi, everybody. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Oh, Jessica. Thank you. That's very nice of you to say. I like to be badass. I like to be. That doesn't necessarily mean I am, honey. But, yep, we are lighting it up for the animals this holiday season. And you know what? We are, that's it, y'all. We got to rescue the poor critters from the tornadoes and the floods and the everything. And, you found my phone, didn't you?
I'm in the craft room on the shelf.
Okay, y'all. I couldn't find my dang phone in my own house. How is that I can talk to dead people but not find my own phone in my own house? Does that make any sense to you whatsoever? No. Joan Jurish, good morning. How are y'all? Okay, so many thanks to Teapot, my dear friend and crazy amazing moderator who pivoted on a dime to do all these fundraisers with me this week. And I want to thank you all very much. If you're new to my channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. And I will say that, again, if you're new, you don't know me, but for the time I've been on YouTube I know if it was a snake, it would have been me. Thank you, Tanya. But in any event, normally all my readings are free. I never, ever charge. And then if people donate, I give 50% of what, I make on my YouTube channel. I give it to, all the animal charities that I support, which, I'm in the specific lane of backing animal charities. I did get a new headband. I had to rock around that Christmas tree. Thank you, Shadow Maven, and then all my wonderful people. Thank you, Darlene. Thank you, thank you. All my wonderful wild pack that always take care of the things that I don't remember. Like, please subscribe to my channel and hit the like button and all the stuff that I know. But I get so focused on the readings and y'all and the animals, I forget that stuff. But in any event, so today and tomorrow from 1 to 3, I am doing live readings, and it is $10 for a 5-minute reading, and 100% of the proceeds from all this week. You all have been so gracious. We've raised $1,100 so far, which clearly has not gone into my getting my hair done right. Not a dime of it, clearly, from my hair. But in any event, because I got wild woman hair today. But it's you can donate, Casey, right now. You can do it through the super chat. Hey, y'all. Hey, thank you. Hi, Francisca, and all the new people. I sure appreciate it. Anyway, 100% of the proceeds raised this week go to benefit the animal charities. And I told y'all I would find them today. But I got to tell you, man, I'm having a devil of a time trying to find, like, animal charities that have declared on their websites or even out in public that they are specifically mobilized to go save animals that are specifically displaced. And I mean wild animals, farm animals, domestic animals, pets, that kind of thing, from the tornadoes. And then they're having drama with all of the floods that happened. Anyway, so, hey, Jim. Hey, y'all. So in any event, oh, happy birthday, Tyran. Mr. Crawford. So in any event, yeah, so, and this has gone so well. You guys have been so generous. And what you don't see in the super chat is about every 15 minutes, man, I hear ping, ping, ping. And I'm like looking at my email, and it's a notice from PayPal. A bunch of y'all have donated through PayPal because you either don't know how to use the super chat or don't do the super chat or whatever. But the animals and I don't care where the money comes from. We don't care where the money dumps in. And so you all have just been, I'll cry. I really will cry. So anyway, I'm all busted up with unicorn and kitty cat energy because we need magic in the world right now. We do. We need magic for the animals. And so I'm going to get to my list that Teapot was so kind to create for me yesterday. I want to move quick like a bunny on these readings. I have readings left over from yesterday. And then I'm hoping more people will donate today. And I will get to those. And so I want to move along real quickly here. And again, I just want to say, if you're new, thank you so much. And hold on, I can't concentrate on two things at one time. But thank you so much. And again, it's $10 for 5 minutes. And 100% of the proceeds, again, I'm not even backing out my what YouTube takes out of when you donate through YouTube, or the credit card processing fees or any of that. I'm not doing that. Oh, Ma, thank you so much. Thank you, Helen. Helen, thank you. Thank you. Helen, I'm going to mush all yours together and give you one long reading because you've been donating all week long. Thank you so much. But $1,100, y'all. So we're going to keep it going. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Keep going. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So all that said, again, many, many thanks to those of you that have been doing this journey with me all week, that have been on this crazy wild journey with me all week. I do want to announce again, I am appearing at the Conscious Life Expo in February in Los Angeles. It's the largest mind, body, spirit expo, convention, anything ever in the whole world. It's a huge honor to be there. We've got a double booth. We're going to have all kinds of great new goodies and swag, and just whatever spirit animal kind of thing you could want is going to be there. And hopefully I'll have these really cool cutting boards that are, I'm into cutting boards. I don't know. And I've had a bunch of people ask me if I had them, so I'm fixing to get them, and all kinds of other stuff. But yeah, come see me at the Conscious Life Expo, February 4th through the 7th. I'm teaching a workshop and I'm giving 2 lectures. And then I'm in booth 515 and 516 right when you walk in the door. And the whole crew is going. Shelly's going. Teapot's going, my friend Trisha's going, my crazy friend that always helps me with the video and stuff, Amy's going to be there, of course. All the usual, Tanya's going to be there, all the usual and unusual suspects. So come see us. It's going to be wild. And it's not a catchphrase. That's really what it's going to be. So, all right, let me jump into these readings. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call your name. And what I decided to do today was, and please, I'm begging you, don't do it. I'm going to put my cell phone number here in the chat. And if you're here on the chat and you've donated and I call your name, but I can't see your, I can't see when I'm like, hey, are you here? Calling once, calling twice. Michelle, thank you so much. That's so kind of you. Oh, wow, Michelle. Wow, thank you. Everybody's donations are very generous. So Michelle, so 50 would give you, like 20 minutes or something like that. I don't know that I can go that long. But if what I'm offering also to do for people that are doing some of the larger donations is go ahead and do a private Zoom with you for that amount of time. So I can do that. Michelle, let me know in the chat what you want to do. Do you want to do, in my web, you'll get 10 minutes. Cause again, it's $10 for 5 minutes, however much you donate. And so, oh, you're really welcome, Michelle. Listen, I'm so grateful for you all for showing up. Hold on, y'all. I got to turn on my fan. It's 80 in Florida, and I'm fat. So, ugh. 80 in Florida, y'all. 80. So, all that said, I'm going to put my phone number, my cell phone number, and if I can't see you in the chat and you're here, like yesterday I called for somebody, I couldn't see them in the chat. Text me and let me know you're here. Please do not text me if you're new to my channel. Please. Oh, that's sweet. But, Ma. Okay, Ma, if you don't want me to flip a card for you, I won't. But I really would like to. So anyway, and then who doesn't want a spirit animal, right? Okay. So all that said, please don't text me if I don't know you. You're new to my channel and you haven't donated. Please don't do that. So, but if you have donated and I'm due to give you a reading, but I can't see your name, that's a way to get around it. And then also, if you are friends with me on Facebook, I've got my Facebook open and I'm looking for Facebook messages because that way I can see you straight up right there, right then. So, hey Keith, how are you, honey? So let me drink my water. And we're going to get started. I think that's all the announcements and housekeeping for the day. You guys might hear in the background, but it's Christmas time and elves are packing behind my computer. Christmas elves. Christmas goddess elves. So all that said, okay, I haven't seen her name pop up in the chat, but that doesn't mean anything with these chats. So, Clarice Fournier, are you here? Clarice Fournier, are you here? If not, I haven't seen Jessica Blower Doyle. I haven't seen Shauna Longesed, Olivia Longesed, Sue, who taught me about Swiss francs, Sue and Drababarber. Tanya, if you're watching the pages, yes, you can message the pages, the ARC Tarot page, but the ARC Tarot page, or, and many thanks to Tanya for being here. Tanya's my good buddy, hey, sister, soul sister, ba, ba, ba. Don't make me start that song, because it'll be all like that in here. Y'all know I'm a gospel girl. So, in any event, if you are of the, Building Beautiful Souls, What is My Spirit Animal, and, really? Did he? That'd be Barney. He's doing something all the time. And so if you guys are into, Wicca Pagan, Druid, Witchy Poo stuff, check out her page. It's ginormous. She's got a huge following. There's a couple 100,000 people on there because she really does amazing things for that community. And Tanya, you want to put the link to that? We are family. I got all my witches and shaman and psychics and angels with me. So, so I'm gonna get to flipping cards, but I'm waiting for somebody to tell me they're here. So Tyron, you're here from yesterday. I haven't seen anybody else's name that I called pop up. So, but Tanya's pages, I have a spell for that. And so, Tanya, if you'll plop the link to your Facebook page, if you guys like that kind of content, you're down. All right, give me a second. When I say I'm going under, what that means is I'm fixing to go into theta state so I can put my head in these readings. And Tyron, you're next. But I still, Shauna Olivia Longesed, Jessica Blower Doyle, Clarice Fournier, I'm looking for you. I'm looking for you. Looking. Well, hey, Julianne from the UK. Can I come live with you? I want to live in the UK, but who can afford it? Ugh. Julianne, I'm totally jelly. Okay. For those of you that are new here, let me just say, this has been the kookiest week. There are 149 cards in my deck. 149. I read. This is my deck. I created this deck, the Arc Animal Tarot and Oracle deck. It's 149 cards, all different animals. It's based deeply, deeply, deeply rooted in animals, spirit, totem, and power, animal symbolism, their magic, their medicine. And 78 of these cards are directly tied to the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot, right? So you want to talk about crazy over-the-top readings. Amy, please come get her toy before she dies. If y'all hear my dog whining, nobody's mistreating her. I picked up her toys and put them in her basket last night, and she's too lazy to get over the basket to get a toy of her own. We have to get it for her. No, I know we don't have to, but no, really, we have to. Anyway, so that's what I read from. So all of that said, aha, Shauna, you are here. Okay, Shauna, I'm in Tyron's energy, Tyrion's energy, Mr. Crawford. And I'll get to you next. I see you pinging me. Thank you, Shauna. I'll get to you next. Okay, so what's happened this week is there's just been crazy stuff, okay? 149 cards, and the same cards over and over and over and over again. I've been doing this 30 years. I've never seen anything like it. Never. And I read big events. I read at the University of Florida all the time. Well, I used to until COVID happened, but and there'll be 200 students that'll stand in a line to get a reading. And so we had to limit them to like 3 minutes. And I used to bring in like 4 other psychics. It was nuts. But as many kids as I would read, 50 or 60 in a 4 or 5 hour event, I've never had this. So, Darren, oh, you're from Zimbabwe. Welcome. Oh, Zimbabwe. I want to go there too. The music, the food, the culture, the clothes. Oh my God. Okay, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I know for dang Skippy sure. Don. Don. What do we call him? Yodon. Yodon got the camel yesterday. The camel. And it was this crazy message for him, which he pinged me later on Facebook and went, I can't even believe how accurate that was. I was like, why do you tune into my channel? Why do you tune into the spirit animals? Because it's not me, it's the spirit animals. But here's the story, y'all. I am going to pull another card for you because whereas Don is ready to go on his journey, you're not quite ready to go on yours yet, whatever that means, T. Crawford. Can I just call you TC? So oh, thank you, Angel Heart. I'll look at that. Okay. So I'm going to pull another card for you because I don't feel like, oh my God. And yesterday, the two, who was it that got a reading yesterday? And there were 3 cards. 2 of them had 2 animals, and one of them was the flamingo, which is the 2 of cups, 222. There were so many angel numbers all up in this channel yesterday. I was like flying like this because I'm like, whoa, around with the angels. It was nuts. And then, by the way, it continued after that. Like, you don't even know. So I'm going to keep that here because my hump. Ty. Thank you, Ty. Thank you. I don't know why I can't wrap my head around your name being like you said it's spelled. I don't know why. I really don't know why. I'm pretty good at that usually. Okay, so here we go. Camel, that's crazy. Okay. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. It is not often that Centaur shows up for anyone. It's just not. They are such powerful, majestic presences. And in my world, the world that I work in with spirit, totem, and power animals, the animal kingdom has explained to me that not just the animals we see every day, but the animals that used to exist and the animals that exist only in our fantasies or only in our myths, they're animals. They're real animals because thoughts are things. And just because we haven't seen, oh my gosh, you're a Sag? Centaur? Really? That's funny. Okay, we're going to talk about this because this is... Okay, first of all, with the hooved animals, right? The hooves, right? Okay, we're going to talk about that. But where I'm going with this is... Oh, let me turn the timer on, Ty. Y'all, I got to turn the timer on or I'll be just blah, 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 blah. And you know how I get when I get in readings. I just, I want to give you guys all the information. I start communicating with the animal spirits and whatnot, and we're done. And your time starts now. Okay, so the story is with this, Ty. There is such a majesty about centaurs that what I feel like is there. So there's this thing that I'm feeling. That's right, tomorrow's your birthday. Tomorrow's your birthday. Minute, man. It's Ty's birthday too. Minute, man. Okay, so this is the thing. I just feel like through your whole body, there is this recalibration where you've decided that you want to be majestic. And what that means is, you know how sometimes you meet people or you walk by people and you just can't help but look at them. They carry this energy of like aristocracy or godliness or angelic or just something that sets their persona apart. It's that, but you've decided that there's a largesse about you that you want to have just in terms of your own ethics, the way you move through the world. You want to be more powerful within yourself. Does this make sense to you? Ty, does this make sense to you? Because I'm feeling it like I just feel it everywhere in my body, if that makes sense. If that makes sense. What I can tell you, I've been recognized. Ah, there you go. Okay. There you go. Okay. So, all right. So Ty says, if you guys can't read it, Ty says, when I tell you I've been recognizing my uniqueness and I'm ready to show it, like I've been reprogramming a lot. Okay. So, this year was hard. Okay. Listen, it's 2021. I don't think this is going to go down in the record books as being easy or good for anybody, really. So, you didn't accidentally click here, Tina. There are no accidents. Welcome. And hey, all y'all new folks, Leah from Connecticut and everything, and Colette from Toronto or Ontario, and Heather. So what I'm going to tell you is there is, if you will work with Centaur, which really you're a Sag, right? So it's really kind of working with yourself. If you'll work with Centaur and read everything you can about them and watch the parts that really speak to you when it comes to how, I mean, when you read the myths and you read the legends and you see the tales, you know that in the forest folk, they are the kings and the queens of the forest folk. I mean, the people, it's almost like they run, who run the world? Centaurs, right? It's like that. And so there's I just keep hearing the word majesty, majesty, majesty. There's a majesty that you're building up with inside of yourself. And so all of that being said, you're not packed enough for the journey yet. Camel is inverted, and what that means is you're in an in-between stage, because what I'm feeling is you don't know what to pack. And you don't maybe even necessarily get how to go on the journey or even what your destination is. Hey everybody! Oh, I love to see all the new faces. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, I hope this is helpful to y'all today. Let me just tell you guys that are new, welcome, welcome. Just very briefly, my name is Bernadette, and usually all my readings are free, but this week with all the tornadoes and everything that's been going on in the United States, the floods, there are so many animals that need help that this week I've been doing lives every day for 2 hours, sometimes 2.5. And I'm asking $10 for a 5-minute reading. 100% of the proceeds go to benefit the animal charities that are boots on the ground, helping animals affected in those areas. That's wild animals, farm animals, and domesticated animals. So there we go. Okay, so that's the part of it, Ty, is I think you have a sense and you're calling it uniqueness, but it's beyond uniqueness. There's some kind of leadership thing or protector thing, leadership. I just keep hearing it, leadership protection, that you're going to, I don't know how to start. Stop. Okay. I don't know how to start teaching and healing, but I know I want to teach occult science and metaphysics, but I don't know how to, there you go. Okay. So there's the leadership you don't know how to get into. I didn't realize all that about you. Okay, so all that said, I promise you this is not a pitch, but I am going to tell you that I've had so many people ask me to put together a business class, so many, because when it comes to anything internet, which is how anybody should be building their business these days, I'm not saying you don't do it locally, and I'm not saying you don't see people in person and that kind of thing. But if you are not building your business and reaching an international audience, which you can on the internet, wah, 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 wah. And for those of you who don't know me, I guess it could be argued I'm one of the most trusted names in metaphysics, because my 3 sites, whatismyspiritanimal.com, buildingbeautifulsouls.com, and witchcraftandwitches.com, and wildpackwisdom.com, that has forums. The witch site has forums, and then between the 3, the primaries, I have over 1 million visits a month to my sites, which is millions a year. Sometimes 14 and 15 million people visit my sites a year. And so I know a little thing about building a presence on an internet, right? So all of that said, where I'm going with this, that's not a pitch for my class. I'm saying I am offering it, and to my knowledge, there's nobody else offering in our space, in the mind, body, spirit space, what I'm doing. Mine is very in-depth. It's no joke. I'm taking a limited amount of students, but where I'm going with this is, if you take all of that aside, I have to say, I noticed, oh, your middle name is Bernard? What? That's crazy. Okay, so stop worrying. That's not helping. And that will go back to the camel. You don't know what to pack. Well, none of us can pack. Thank you, Angel Heart. I don't even, you can't go on a journey without knowing what to pack, and fear will never help you pack anything. So one more card for you, Ty, and then I got to move on, but I wanted to go over. Here we go again. Here we go. Y'all that were on here yesterday, Amy is just like, she doesn't even, it doesn't bother her. She's like, whatever. That's just the way it rolls in Bernadette's office. Okay. 222. Angels, wings, feathers. Really? Okay, so there we go. I don't even need to go into this. The birds aren't really, I know, 2 long neck birds. But that's what I'm saying is it's 22 again. 2 of cups and 2 birds. We're done here. I'm not even going to go into the meaning of the particular animals, because it doesn't mean that at this point. It's all about the angelic presence, and the angel number's 22. There you go. Hey, Teapot, if you can, will you grab, from Building Beautiful Souls, will you grab the links to the angel number 22, please? And 222, I think I have it, and just plop them in here for people. All right, I hope that's helpful. Okay, Amy, I can't have her, but just dump them all out on her head or do something. Just let her have everything she wants, because
I forgot you making the noise.
no, it's hops, and she'll do that until it's done, and I need to keep my head in these readings. Okay, hold on. Shannon, you're still here. Ping me and tell me you're still here. Pretty sure. Okay, Shannon. All right, Shannon, here we go. Shauna, Shannon. Dang. Shannon, who's here? Shannon. Shauna. All right, Shauna. I know you're still here. Shauna, there we go, baby doll. All right, we're here. Gotcha. Yeah, got you. Oh, Sean, I know you're dirt. Oh! Dirt. Okay. And furthermore, like I said yesterday, we have got to, thank you very much. We have got to get your session set up. I know you know what I'm talking about. Okay. Thank you, Amy. All right, I need everything to be super quiet. Okay, so Shauna, what I'm doing for you all today... I hope you are playing the lotto. I hope you're investing, especially in cryptocurrency. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not giving anybody financial advice, but cryptocurrency. Even though it's in a crash, which is like a big fire sale if you ask me. But, okay, I just really, I know, just little c, big C, who doesn't want these cards? I could go into a big blah, blah, blah. I could, but I really don't know what else Spirit wants to tell you. I mean, unicorn and oyster with a pearl in it. The world is your oyster and the magic of the unicorn. We're done here. So here's my question. Oh, Mackenzie, how very kind of you to say. How very kind. What I am wondering when I see these cards for you is, is there something you're trying to breathe into existence in your own, and I'm going to say business. Now, I know you do the Etsy thing, right? Y'all, Shauna does these beautiful spoon rings, and she was so kind to send me she found a spoon with a bear on it, and she made me the most beautiful bear spoon that anyway, I need to send it back to you because it doesn't fit my chunky hand. But I need to get it sized. But I don't know that you want to expand greatly. But when I look at this, anytime I see the world as your oyster for somebody, because that's all oyster really means. I mean, sometimes what it means, but I don't feel that for you. Oh, thank you, Renee. Thank you. What I feel for you is that it's not sometimes what oyster means, which is somebody's like got that grit. They're like, you can't get that thing out of your back tooth, or you've got that, you go to the beach and there's one chunk of sand you can't get out of the bottom of your suit or out of your shoes. Well, in an oyster, that irritant becomes a pearl, right? I don't feel that with you. And then the other thing sometimes I feel with oysters, because they come in clusters, is that, well, they're either attached to family they don't want to be attached to in salty, briny water, or they need to be attached to family more, or whatever your soul family is, or your spirit family, or, whatever. What I'm getting to is this, y'all. Ricky Lynn Pittman, you ain't late, girl. There's no such thing as late. All of that being said, I don't feel any of that. I really feel like, honest to goodness, I just feel like if you'll just wake up, it's like when you wake up in the morning, you're like, oh, Santa's been here. And there's all that magic around it, and you really believe in Santa, because I do, and don't anybody text me or email me and tell me I'm too old for that, because you're wrong. I'm just saying. Wrong. That's where you're at. I'm not saying you're ignoring. I'm not saying you're ignorant. I'm not saying you got blinders on. I'm saying that you simply have to wake up and look around the world like they do in a Hallmark movie, because the magic is swirling all around you right now. And whatever, oh, love you, Jeannie Middleton. Hey, honey. And so whatever you're trying or dreaming, and remember, Shauna, we don't dream. We don't wish, we don't want, we don't dream, we don't hope, we choose. We don't wish, we don't dream, we don't want, we don't hope, we choose. And we dang for Skippy sure don't need. We choose. Whatever this is that you're choosing, you just got to go all in. It's like people who try to eat a half a donut. Why? Or a half a piece of candy. Why? Why would you do that? And here's the other side to that. I just had this conversation with somebody the other day. My favorite thing, I have a friend, and she's like me. She's trying to kick the sugar habit. We're not having very good success. But she said to me, well, I had one piece and that's enough. That's just enough. And I said, okay, how big should a piece of candy be? And she said, well, in the box, they're put in pieces. I said, so you're willing to let somebody you don't know tell you how big a piece of candy should be, and that it should only be one serving, because there's a piece that big in a box, that's only one, and that's all you should have. Well, she thought about it. She goes, I'm going to have another piece. And she sure did. Because what y'all got to know is pieces of candy don't show up randomly in a random size slot in a random size box. Make no mistake, there is a ton of market analyzation behind all of that. They know exactly how many will sell, what the American public will want to eat, blah, blah, how much will fit on a shelf, what the price points are. I mean, I'm telling you guys, that stuff's down to a science. I'm not willing to let somebody else's science tell me what they think the rest of the people in America should and shouldn't have. Now, I also know that I need to not be eating sugar, but this is not about me. It's about y'all, because where I'm going with this is, Shauna, if that's what's going, because I am only ever led to tell stories that are relevant to a reading. Believe me, the last thing I want to do is be one of those people that sit around and tell y'all stories, blah, 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 like some old Southern lady sitting there, because, But when I'm called to tell specific stories, so Shauna, there's got to be something about you getting past what you think the rules are, or what we all have been indoctrinated to think, and think beyond that. Again, the analogy with this is, why would we let any candy company tell us that a single serving of candy should be this size? And somewhere in the back of our mind, well, we'll only have one. Okay. Okay. Hence why I'm fat, but that's not the point. The point is the principle. I mean, I do the same thing with broccoli. Okay, to be fair, I do the same thing with broccoli. But Shauna, I hope that's helpful. I love you, and I am. Please promise to email me and tell me what crazy, amazing magic is opening for you right now. It's nuts, but honest to goodness, if you'll work with oyster energy, in particular pearls, and unicorn energy, I don't even know. I don't even know what's going to unfold for you. God, I hope that's helpful. All right, baby doll. All right, moving on. So, Olivia Lonja said, is anybody seeing the likes of Olivia Lonja said right now? Olivia Lonja said, text me, Facebook me, something me, Sue in Drombury. How come I can pronounce that name? I can't pronounce Ty's name. That's dumb. You'll wear your pearls and email me. I hope that's true. That is great. Okay, Ty, we did yours. Destiny Rasmussen, Gia Johnson. Destiny Rasmussen, Gia Johnson. Destiny Rasmussen. Raven. Oh yeah, Raven. Love you, girl. I love you too. I'm gonna send my ring back to you. I'm gonna insure it, because if they lose that ring, I don't even know. But yeah, if you don't mind to resize, that'd be great. And we'll get your session set up. If you don't mind, after the new year, though, I'm taking some time off starting on Friday. Or start on Thursday, actually. That would be super cool. All right, so thank you, sister. Okay, Gia Johnson, Angelina Souders. Angelina Souders, are you here? Janae Moody, I'm doing her differently. Angelina. So, Ricky, all these sessions this week, what I'm doing, it's a $10 donation for a 5-minute reading. And at 100% of the proceeds go to help the animals that are that are affected by the tornadoes that just came through, and in the those crazy floods that just happened. Y'all, there is slap chaos. Now, if you want a longer reading and people want to donate more than $10, that's cool. But the longer ones I'll have to get to on Zoom. Like, I'll read 5 minutes for you or 10 minutes for you here today. And then, oh, thank you, Ricky. And then I'll schedule a Zoom with you as soon as I can. Hopefully I can get them done this week. If I can't, or next week if I can't, I will ask that you're patient between Christmas and the New Year. I've got to take some time off, or I'm just going to keel over. And who knows? I may start doing mosaicing. All right, so let me open up also. There were some people that donated earlier. Let me get to the chat, make sure who donated, and let me get with you all. So I'm going to keep calling out the names. For those of you that donated yesterday that I could not get to yesterday, oh my God, I love you. I love your patience so much. If you're here today, text me, Facebook me. If you can put it in the chat, let me know. I do want to, sweet. Okay. Let me know. Okay. So for today, I'm back to dun, 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 dun. Darlene Stanhope, are you still here? Darlene, looks like you were the first one to donate a little bit earlier today. Darlene Stanhope. Darlene, text me, Facebook me, tell me you're here, message me on the messages. Ah! Ha-ha! Darlene Stanhope. Okay, so interestingly, I'm stepping into your energy, Darlene, already. You came... Darlene, you donated, and thank you very much for your generosity. You get 10 minutes. You donated $20. You donated $20. All right, let me get your timer started. But what's funny is, so people are like, do you really love bears that much? Y'all, they're my screensaver on my phone. My mom, my sister, and me, the one in the back going, Okay, so yes, I love bears. So all of that said, bye, Lisa. Are you dipping? Bye. You came loaded for Bear today. You're like, oh no, I'm going to send her these thoughts because she's going to answer these questions. True or not true, Darlene? I know it's true. You're just like, baba, wow. You are just sending me the energy. I got you. I got you, girl. Okay, Darlene, and your time starts now. That's interesting. Darlene, are you an astrologer or studying astrology or really into astrology, or all I can see around you is stars, but I'm drawn to the stars. Bye, Lisa. Nice seeing you, honey. And thank you for your donation earlier, Lisa. It was very generous. Thank you. Darlene, all I can see are stars all around you. And at first I thought I was being drawn up to the angelic realms, but I really am just seeing stars. And so, oh, okay, Michelle, thank you. Thank you. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I got a backlog of people. But yes, Michelle, I will totally Zoom you. If you'll text me, we'll get it set up. And thank you so much for your generous donation. Thank you. Okay, you're into astrology. Okay, so I don't know what this is that you're supposed to be doing, Darlene, with the astrology, but you're supposed to go really deep into this, like deep. And I keep seeing, oh, thank you. I keep seeing mythology. Are you are you studying astrology? Are you trying to think of like, there are specialties in astrology, right? And I wonder if you're very drawn to the mythology of love mythology. Okay, listen, let me tell you something. I don't know what you're doing with astrology, but sometimes when I see people that are into astrology and I'm drawn up to the stars, it looks twinkly and it's starry and it's fun. And I know they're going to be very surface astrologers, very surface. When I see in my psychic mind what I'm seeing for you now, I can't even describe the deep, rich purples and blues and even black, but the black is like got silver and gold shimmer in it. It's like somebody took eco-friendly glitter and went poof into the cosmos. But I keep seeing all of the pages that I've ever read, because I'm totally into mythology as a kid. Oh my God. I just keep seeing all the pages of the mythology that I read as a kid and what I continue to read as I get older. And if you're looking to do something professionally in there, I gotta tell you, that's gonna go very well for you. So maybe if you find somebody that you can marry the love of mythology with your study of astrology, I just feel like it's gonna go so well for you personally on so many levels. It's kind of crazy. It's really like, it's almost like when someone just goes, I'm home. And that's where you're supposed to be all along. Not that the rest of anything possibly you're exploring. Okay. Until this reading. You don't have to explore anymore. But, Darlene. But I'm not saying that nothing else in your life has ever felt like home. I'm just saying that we can get on a trajectory and we know. Now, what's interesting is, here's a triceratops that's come out for you. Darlene, are you also not like, yeah, I'm interested in it? Because most people that are interested in woo-woo or metaphysics or, psychic tarot, medium, crystals, spirit animals, we're kind of all into the same things. Oh my gosh, Jennifer, thank you so much. Jennifer, thank you for the generous donation. Jennifer, I can give you like 5 or 10 minutes today, and then we could schedule a Zoom for the rest of it. So you can get the rest of your reading. I can just do that for you in person over a Zoom. Wow, thank you so much. So I feel like if you're like super into ancestry, super into past lives, super into Akashic records, I just feel like you're being called to do more of that. Darlene, can you confirm that? Can you confirm? Not like I'm interested in it. Oh yeah, that's interesting to me. But like, you're like, I want to know. Because let me tell you something. I have a couple of astrologer friends. Ah, there you go. Okay, so all of this is confirmation about what you say you're exploring. Good luck with that. It's I mean, okay, you're exploring it, but it's already in you. So there's that. Yeah, really, really interested. Well, yeah, that shows because triceratops can mean a lot of different things. A lot of different things. But I keep feeling like I'm going back in time because it's like I see you as a Darlene, I don't want to call you out, but thank you, Jennifer. Okay, well, just text me, Jennifer, or Facebook me, or email me something and we'll get you set up on the Zoom. Okay, God, thank you so much. It's really generous. Okay, Darlene. So all of that said, I think you're also very interested in time travel, and that's not something people usually say to other people unless you're like at a UFO convention. They're all about that stuff, which is why I love UFO conventions. And oh, you guys, for those of you that are like into alien stuff, let me just tell you, Whitley Strieber. Okay, Whitley Strieber is speaking at the Conscious Life Expo, which I'm appearing at in February. He's speaking. Don't think I won't be in his audience. Oh, yes, I will. When Mama Bear disappears for a couple hours, I'm going to be all up in Whitley Strieber's grill. Yes, I am. Whitley Strieber. If you don't know him and you're into alien stuff, look him up. He's the man. So, Raven, absolutely. So, Darlene, this is the thing. You are doing time travel, in case you're wondering. I really encourage you, because I know a couple of astrologers that specialize in past life astrology, and the stuff they can tell you about your life now, that they can go, oh yeah, well, you see in this life here, yak, 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 yak. It's right there on their graph. How they don't know that stuff about you. It's like when people are like, how did you know that? And I'm like, isn't that why you hired me? I'm supposed to know this kind of stuff, right? It's that kind of thing. So I don't know where you're going with this, but I'm here to tell you right now, Darlene, you're no joke, man, because you are a real student. You don't just read through things. Hey, Gia, you're here. Good. Gia, you're on my list next. As soon as, yeah, you're okay, Gia. Thank you for being here. Okay, and so you really are a student, and whatever this is, you may just be doing it just for your own edification. That's cool. I just would be very surprised if you don't end up teaching or practicing. I would be very surprised. Maybe not in a big way, but almost like a very high end, only like you can only get an appointment with her by word of mouth kind of thing. It might be a smaller clientele because you are not for the people you are not for people who are gonna you're the kind of reader that only wants to talk to people that are really serious and deep into their study of metaphysics, their study of magic, their study of real spiritual things. Not like, ooh, I saw it on TikTok or I saw it on whatever. I must have that crystal. Oh, isn't she beautiful? I've got to start doing my hair that way. I got to start dressing in diaphanous clothes. And, I'm going to hide the fact that I eat burgers, but I'm going to tell everybody I'm a vegan. I mean, oh, you love to teach. Okay, there you go. So that's what I'm saying is let me just say, it's like a private, it's a members only kind of thing I see you doing. It might be a little more than other people charge. It might be a lot more than other people charge. But hey, Jessica, it's the real deal. It is the real deal. So I really hope that's helpful because it's wowzers. It's just wowzers. Wow. Okay, so I really I hope that was helpful. Yes, I do. And I thank you so much for your generosity to the animals, so much. And yeah, man, I hope that was helpful. All right, Gia Johnson, I'm coming to you next. Gia, I'm coming to you. Oh, good. I'm glad it explains a lot. Excellent. Okay. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Sorry, y'all. 1 second. Yes, 4th through the 7th, LA Expo. I don't remember. I think I'm teaching on Saturday and then have. I think I'm teaching on Saturday and have a lecture on Saturday, and then on Sunday I'm doing a lecture. Pretty sure. I'll know. I'll look back and I'll post it on the website. I'll post it all over the place eventually. Okay, Gia Johnson, you're next for 10 minutes, and then Jessica Blower Doyle, you're up for. Gia 10 minutes, and then Jessica. I guess 10 minutes. I don't know how. Okay, not really sure how that happened. Okay. All right, Gia, here we go. Okay. Aw, Jeannie, that's sweet. That is so sweet. Jeannie, if you're on, well, you're on Facebook, but if you get on YouTube, you'll see the super chat, the button. You can do it that way. You can just PayPal me, Bernadette. For those of you that are not on YouTube and don't know how to use a super chat to donate, you can PayPal me to Bernadette at building. Hold on, I'm putting in the chat. Building beautifulsouls.com. Is that spelled correctly? Yes. And just let me know that's what you did. Oh, Jessica, you're only supposed to get 5 minutes? Okay. Thank you for being honest. I didn't. Okay, thank you. All right, but Gia, I'm on to you. So Jessica, if you got 10 minutes, I'm in Gia's energy, and then I'll get to you. All right, so Gia, I'm stepping into your energy. It's really interesting already what I'm seeing. This is, I would have bet on this, but this is kind of cool. Actually, it's very cool if you ask me. Okay, Gia Johnson, I'm hoping. Oh, Ricky, girl with your 33. Thank you, Ricky. Okay, Gia, and your time starts now. Okay, Gia Johnson, for some reason, I'm just seeing an explosion of color everywhere all around you. Now, earlier, like, my house is decorated all in fiesta colors, like everybody Peruvian, Mexican, Spanish, anything is busted up in my house and just thrown color everywhere. Indian. It's like a melange of those kind of cultures with the color. So I know that I'm in your energy when I'm hearing this, but is there some reason, Gia Johnson, is there some reason that an explosion of color is very important to you right now? Is there something about color? Gia, please still be here. And for those of you that I'm reading or I'm calling your name, you've donated, I'm calling your name, and I can't see you in the chat. And you need to let me know you're here. You need to answer a question I've got for you while I'm reading you. That's my cell phone number. Please do not text me if I'm not directly talking to you, or I'm not calling your name. Please don't do that. Color is super important to me. Okay, so this transcends that. And what that means, so I read you when you're putting, Jasmine. It's Jasmine Saavedra on Telemundo. I still hear it. I saw what you wrote yesterday, Jasmine, about somebody came up to you and asked you, were you a Telemundo star, an actress or something. I don't doubt that. Maybe you should look into that as a career. But here's the thing. I don't know. So I'm really clear on this, Gia. I don't know what you like. Okay, I hear you when you say color is important to you. But for me, it's a way of life. It's a way of life. I cannot operate unless I have the colors around me that speak to me. And the colors that speak to me have always spoken to me. And again, it's the Indian culture with the chakra colors and the Peruvian, everything bright, and Mexican and El Salvadorian, like that whole, it's just, those are, I love it. So when you walk into my house, it looks like I'm throwing a fiesta. It looks like I'm ready for a party, because I am. My life is a party. That's it. And so we lift you up. Good, Ty. That's awesome. You lift us up too. So, I don't know what this is, but I'm telling you now, Rohan, dude, how are you? Rohan, it's good to see you, man. I was just saying the Indian culture, and there's Rohan. Dude, I'm so glad. I'm hoping you're happy, but I'll get you know what? So it's Gia, and then it's oh God, who was right after her that just came? Hold on, let me get back. Yes, okay, thank you, Gia, for texting me. You're answering my question. Great. Okay, hold on. Somebody else was on here that I was like, oh, Jessica. Okay, let me write this down real. So I'm going to finish Gia, then I'm going to read Jessica, and then Rohan. It's going to be a few people before I can get to you. But if you hang out, dude, I'll get to your reading. I hope you're happy in the frozen tundra. I do. So good to hear from you. I just think, okay, y'all, I'm talking about the Indian culture, how much I love the Indian culture, everything in my house done, blah, blah, blah. And there's Rohan Patil. Okay. All right, Gia. So the color thing, all right, you're texting me. So here's the thing. I see what you texted me, but I'm feeling like maybe it has something to do with what you're going to do for a living. And here's the other interesting thing. Now, Hyena is the 10 of Swords. Okay, that's a tough card. It's a tough card no matter how you look at it. But when you look at the 10 of Swords, when you look at that card in the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot, it's got that poor old boy and he's face down on the ground and there are swords all down his back. And I equate anything spinal with the vagal nerve. So for those of you who are not hip to this yet, let me just tell you, the vagal nerve has now being thought of as what shaman and Reiki people and well, in the Indian culture, long since they've been able to see a golden cord that runs from the top of the head down the back and stops at where our coccyx is, right? Where our root chakra is. And of course, you know, Western science and whatever, there's no dang golden cord there, but they've been able to describe eons ago, centuries ago, right? Ooh, Lord, that's loud. Are we almost done with the wrapping junk? Okay. Oof, okay. Okay. Well, you know I love you, but that's like, okay.
Sorry. I'll take that.
How dare you, Amy? How dare you be packing up Christmas? You know I'm joking. So hold on, y'all. There's a little bit of kerfuffle in my office right now because wherever Auntie Amy goes, Hops is sure to go. So centuries ago, those cultures were explaining the connection that the golden cord makes. Well, now we know there's such a thing as a vagal nerve, which we've always known, but science has now proved. They were like, what's a vagal nerve for? Like they didn't even really know. But now they're showing and they're proving how much the vagal cord has to do with everything in your body. Everything. And the rest of us that have been studying metaphysics are like, we knew this the whole time, right? Like we didn't even need to go to med school. So there's something with your vagal nerve that's going on where literally it's sword after sword after sword after sword. But in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, yes, that poor guy's laying face down, and yes, her swords, but he's making the sign of the benediction with the hand that's tucked up under him. So things are bad. There's betrayal. There's no goodness. But it's okay. Because he's going to rise again. He's going to rise again. Gia, I hope that's not where you're at in your life. I hope that you're not like dealing with or reeling from or healing from betrayal. And I definitely would not be, I'm not trying to scare you, but if that's not where you're at the moment, I would encourage you to take a look around you and see who you can really trust and who you are like, I don't know about that. I don't know. Because I would definitely keep both eyes open in the back of my head. But it's weird because the color is what's going to make it all okay. And it's almost like, okay, Gia, are you drawn to shamanism for some reason? Colors also for makeup and skincare for a career. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Okay, gee, I didn't know did I know you were into all that? I don't think I did. I really don't think I did. But here's the thing. So, oh, you're still going through it. Oh, I didn't know all that. Holy guacamole. Great googly moogly. Okay. Okay, that really makes sense. Okay, so two things are at work here. So, Gia, I'm telling you now, if you will start studying shamanism, there will be something about that, about the true shamanism, the true indigenous cultures. And let me just say, Peru does not have the trademark on shamanism. Okay, shamanism started back in Serbia in the time before time. Those were the first true shaman. Has nothing to do with Peru. That said, each culture has their own kind of shaman. And so, yeah, exactly. And so the human healing that you're talking about, Gia, and this betrayal thing that you're talking about, and if you guys, when I'm looking down, I'm looking at my phone and she's texting me. It's going to be okay. You might have to take a few more stabs, but it's going to be okay because I keep hearing, because she has right on her side, and right eventually makes might. Right eventually makes might. And that's just it. That's why people who are right, when you know you're right, you don't have to say anything at all. Now, it's different, I guess, if you're trying to lead a country or you're trying to lead a people or whatever, but you're not trying to do that. You're just trying to lead your own life. But sometimes silence says it all. And again, the healing stuff that you're into, I think there's a thing called color therapy. I'm pretty sure there is. But also, Gia, now when we're talking about the human healing and the animal stuff that you want to do, my head is ringing. I don't know why y'all tune in. I really, honest to goodness, don't know why y'all tune into my channel, because I am kooky, and don't think I don't know that. I wish I could blame it on drugs or anything like that. I'm just this way. But Gia, I feel like my head is a singing bowl, and I feel like somebody is spinning one of those, what do they call them, mallets around my head, because the cacophony of crystal sound healing stuff that's coming from inside my head is no joke. So, are you considering sound healing? I hope so, because wowzers is all I can say. Anyway, Gia, I hope that was helpful, honey, because I got to get this mallet from spinning around my little crystalline head. Okay. Woo! That's why I tell people, you don't want to be me. People are like, I'd love to be like you. Nope. No, you don't. Do they, Amy?
Maybe.
No. All right, moving on. All right, Gia, I hope that was helpful. Jessica! All right, 5 minutes. Here we go, baby doll. Jessica, tell me you're still here. Jessica Blower Doyle. That's kind of a neat name. Okay, Jessica, I'm pulled under the water. And all I can see are jellyfish everywhere. But I'm telling you, and the Queen of Cups has come out a few times this week so far. So I'm really surprised that it's coming out in my psychic mind. I mean, you'd think that the spirit animals would move on by now, but apparently not. So there's something about, sweet bejeebus. Hey, Ifawali. Hey, honey, Ifawali. How are you, you scammer? You're no more connected to God, you scammer, than the man in the moon, but you're blocked now. Hey, y'all, listen. If somebody comes up and they're like, I'm drawn to you, let's see what the gods have to tell you. That's none of my people. We don't do that kind of crap. Those are scammers. Please don't pay attention to them. Holy cow, you guys, I was way behind in the chat. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay. So all that said, Jessica, I'm here with you. I had to ban somebody. And Jessica, I feel like I'm being drawn down into the ocean, into the deepest sea, and I see the most gorgeous gorgeous, gorgeous color jellyfish, the most luminescent everywhere. Are you a water sign? Do you love the water? Let's start with that first. Oh, you're a Scorpio. No wonder I'm drawn way down in the bottom of the deep blue sea. Okay, you're a water sign. Okay. It's interesting because the luminescence, the sheer, I mean, they're everywhere, like thousands of them of different sizes and emitting different colors. So the first thing I want to tell you is jellyfish is really working with you at this moment in your life. And this has nothing to do with you shining your own light, because you're really good at that. What this has to do with is you being confident that you are seeing what you're seeing when you're seeing other people's light. Are you a reader, Jessica, or want to be a reader, or are working towards being a reader, or even just for your own thing in your own life? Are you really studying, like, amping up your intuition? I keep hearing medical work. Oh, you're trying to read for yourself. Okay, well, I have to tell you, it's 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 there. It's so there. I mean, listen, Scorpios are the most psychic sign of the zodiac, period. And next to that is Pisces, period. But not all Scorpios are willing to open up their third eye and see, even though it comes to them and it goes wham, 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 wham. They still won't do it. But you're so open and you're so intuitive, it's about believing. But I'll tell you what you're super good at, which is emotions. Now, I understand Scorpio, the depth of emotion. I'm a triple Scorpio. Okay, Bernadette understands Scorpios. What I'm saying is, now I'm drawn to my deck, which the Hops, come on now. The Queen of Cups in my deck, or the Queen of Cups in my deck, is the jellyfish. And Hops, and I keep seeing you in a leadership position, and I'm wondering if you're in a leadership position, or you want to be in a leadership position, or maybe you've ever thought about being a therapist, a psychologist. Hops, come on now. Come on, you ain't barking at nothing. You know you're not barking at anything else. Come on. So that's what I'm saying is, Jessica, can you hit me up and let me know, do you do counseling? Are you thinking about being a therapist, a counselor, a psychologist, a psychiatrist? And I also keep hearing art therapy, something like that. Man, I just am so called to that for you. Okay, you're the leader of your family. I get that, but it doesn't matter if you have a job right now. Have you ever considered doing anything in those lines? Psychology, therapy, anything that had to do, at the end of the day, having to do with helping people and their emotions, very specific to that. Or is there someone or a couple of people in your family now where you're having to be, got you, okay. All right, you are, but you're not sure which one. Okay, well, I keep hearing art therapy, and that could even lead to play therapy. So I feel like if you're going to consider going into those lanes, I think this is a huge sign for you that it's going to be fantastic and you're going to get there, right? You're going to get there. So I thank you all for the donations. Thank you to all the newcomers. I appreciate all the new people. Hold on, Jessica, I'm getting back. I'm going to draw you a card in just a second. My moderator Teapot will let you know that normally the readings here are free, but this week I am only reading for a $10 donation. $10, you get 5 minutes, and 100% of the proceeds is going to help the animals that are affected by the tornadoes that have just wrecked parts of our country, and now the floods. And I am still looking into those charities. Thank you. I saw some people put more charities in there. I hoped to have them today. I don't. I will send them out in a newsletter. I will send them. I will post them all over Facebook. I will blast it all over my channel all next week. So I'm very transparent. I'll put up screenshots of where I made the donation and all that kind of stuff. So all that. Okay. So I'm in your energy, and here we go. Slay all week for the animals. Absolutely, Raven. Slay. Where is my fan Shelly gave me? I don't have it. I got it. Barney was chewing on it. I got out of the way. Okay, Jessica, this is really interesting. Because stork, okay, yes, this stork is the 5 of Swords, which is not all that great. But that's why a black stork wanted to be the 6 of Swords. It's better times ahead. And whatever is going on right now, there are better times ahead, but who doesn't associate storks with babies? That being said, I wonder if you're going to be working with children. I understand you said you're the leader of your family, but I wonder if there are children that you're working with now that really need some emotional support. And then the other thing is the Wheel of Fortune. I would encourage you to do everything you can to turn this card around. Now, some people, when they get the Wheel of Fortune, they're like, "Wah!" But that's not what it means. It means that a karmic event is coming your way, and it could go very well, but it could not. Oh, you're volunteering at your kid's school. There you go. There's where all the kids' stuff is coming in. Okay. I don't know what's holding you back from these things that you're pursuing. I wonder if you're deep into studying karmic things now. And so, take care, Adriana. I wonder if there's some karmic stuff that you are working through, or just like, well, how do people work through that, or that kind of thing. But you've got to turn that card around, and I'll tell you why. The bee wanted to be the Wheel of Fortune because it is karma. If we keep doing what we're doing to bees, the world will collapse. That is science, you guys. Without bees to pollinate everything in the world, we're done. We're just done. Nothing will grow. It will be the collapse. And then animals can't eat and blah. Okay. I'm not trying to spread fear. What I'm trying to say is facts are facts. And so whatever this is about, I don't know why you need to hear this today, Jessica, but you are very needed. You're very needed. Whatever this is that you're considering doing, you're like, nah, I don't know that anybody needs this, or I don't know they need another voice. Yes, the world needs you. I don't know why you need to hear that, but you're supposed to hear that today. And whatever work you're doing with these kids, awesome. All right, baby doll, I hope that was helpful. Yes, I do. I hope that was helpful. Thank you for joining us, everyone. Thank you for all of your generous donations. All right, I'm back to my list. Let me see who is in the donation list here. If you're here and you were from yesterday and I haven't gotten to you yet, it's because I just don't know you're here. I'm trying to stay in my psychic mind and also keep up with this and everything. Okay, Helen. All right, Ma Webb, are you still here? Ma Triple B, are you still here? Ma Triple B. Big facts. Hey, Nonri. You guys, that was my cat, Nonri. He died about 2 years ago, and that's just his ghost that inhabits the house. He is officially the crypt keeper. And there he goes. Okay, good. Excellent. Everybody's like, what's wrong with him? He's 1,000 years old, and he died 2 years ago. There's nothing wrong with him. He's going to outlive me. I never saw a cat like that in my life. Cantankerous. He is a cranky old man. He is a crypt keeper. Thank you, Shadow Maven. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe and hit the little ringy dingy bell thingy so you get all the alerts and notifications. I said it. Who's proud of me? I'm terrible at my own marketing. All right, y'all. Here we go, Ma Web. Okay. Ma, 10 minutes on the way. And your time starts now. So, Ma, all I keep... Hold on, Ma. I'll get right back to you. Presh, I love you. You show up all the time. I love you. I do. There's something about your energy I love. But Presh, all this week, I know you know this. I'm only answering questions and doing readings for a $10 donation for 5 minutes because that 100% of that goes to help all of the animals that are affected by the tornadoes. And I will leave out the details, but I've got friends that are from those areas. People think hurricanes are bad. We have notice when it's a hurricane. You don't get notice when it's a tornado. And it's there, poof, and you're gone, and that's it. That's it. Storm cellars, whatever. And I have a friend who has a family farm of thousands of acres out west and was on the phone with one of her kin the other night when he was looking out over all of the farm and could see the blaze of the fires, and it was 100-mile-an-hour winds, not knowing if it was going to come for him, his cattle, his crops, his everything. It was horrifying. And there was nothing she could do about it. It was horrifying. So this, no joke, you guys. When I say I'm helping the animals, I mean it. You don't ever want to see this kind of devastation. You don't. So thank you to everybody who's been I'm not fussing at you, Presh. I went on to a different story. But yeah, thank you all for donating. I really, really appreciate it. Okay, Ma, I keep hearing with you, she's turned a corner, she's turned the corner, she's turned a corner, she's turned the corner. There you go, Mackenzie. It's a Santa Kitty riding a unicorn. Who doesn't love that? There's something, Ma, that's gone on really well for you. You've turned a corner. And I just feel like it kind of reminds me, you know, in what I do, I work obviously with a lot of people who've just left a relationship or they've been left in a relationship and they feel about that big. Their confidence is shot, their hope, their ability to believe in the magic, it's shot all to hell in a handbasket. But there's always a day they'll come back in my office, or well, not my office, but we'll be in a reading and their whole energy has shifted and I'm like, they got their groove back. Bam. And that's what I'm feeling about you, Ma. There's something since the last time we connected. You're sitting taller, you're standing straighter, you're looking more people in the eye and you're like, that's right. I am. And you really do have the I am thing going on. Now, for those of you that don't know what the I am, it's a much longer conversation than I can get into at one time, but it's a really deep spirituality about who you are and being who you are and just knowing that you are the all that is and everything is you, right? So when people talk like, you know, hey, we're all connected, and they're chanting and they're dancing around in circles and they haven't shaved their armpits or their legs for like 25 years. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just not for me. But, you know, I'm already big enough. I don't need to be hairy. People will go, oh my God, Sasquatch is alive. And I don't need that. I don't need that in my life. So, all that said, the I am is really no joke, because what it really does is it helps you to understand that we really are all connected, and that's science. I mean, don't get me started on the DNA pairings that we share with every living thing. How is that? But we're not all connected? Of course we are. It's science. So that being said, I don't know, Ma, there's something going on with you, and exactly, I am divine. There you go. I can play many roles and I slay all day. Raven, you got the I slay all day thing going. I love it. All right, so Ma, there's something going on with that, and I'm being told to tell you I'm proud of you. I really hope you don't see that as condescending, because I am not being condescending. Literally, Spirit is telling me that you just don't have anybody in your life that says that to you right now. And it's a good thing for you to hear today. So, Ma, also, all I see is this explosion of white color, and all I can see are white animals. All I can see are white animals, like, in particular, which is interesting because it came out yesterday, hilariously enough. I'm like, I feel like you're starting your own business, blah, blah, blah. Bam, the Nine of Pentacles, which is the white peacock in my deck, came out, and sure enough, she's leaving her corporate job to become an entrepreneur. But I keep seeing that for you. Ma, do you have something going on in your life where you are just hell-bent on becoming more independent? Like really owning the feminine divine, you know, that whole I'm every woman, it's all in me, anything you want them, baby, I do it naturally. Are you like, I just feel like there's this thing about you where you're like, and that's not, I mean, I've only seen you, I think once or twice maybe on Zoom. That just doesn't seem like you, but it is you. Yeah, I know you're pretty independent, but I mean like a thing that's going on deep, 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 deep down inside. I don't know. There's something going on there. I dig it. Do more of it. And I'm proud of you. All right, moving on. That's a real interesting card to come out. Now, I would like everyone to take a good look at this fox's face. And I'd love you to put in the chat what you see in this fox's face. Now, the fox is the Knight of Wands, and that's about fortitude, passion, leadership, and that's the swashbuckling hero who comes wham in with the sword all drawn. But it's also the fox, the trickster. So what do you all see in this fox's face? I'm not even going to make any suggestions. Just tell me what you see. Okay, Jessica, you see scared or unsure. Angel Heart, you see quiet wisdom. Tanya sees giggles, observation, a sly smile, poker face. I get more comments on this fox than you can fathom. Because people, exactly, everybody sees something different. Because literally, if you stare at this fox long enough, it changes. It metamorphosizes right in front of you. And that's a knight. Suave debonair. Who doesn't love suave debonair? If you look at it long enough, it will change. And you know what? Depending on your mood, it will change. Depending on where you are in your life, it will change. So knights in shining armor are awesome. Mostly. So the thing about it is Ma, I'm just feeling like maybe, oh, Longiset is back? Awesome, great. Longiset, I'll get to your reading today. Okay, I got Rohan, I got a couple other people, and then I'll get to you, Longiset. And some of you guys, I'll have to set up, I will have to set up Zooms with you guys, because everybody will get their reading. And then, of course, you know, I don't want to stop the donations coming in because they're not for me. It's 100% for the animals, 100% for the animals. And for those of you that, somebody asked me yesterday, and if I didn't, I think I said it already today, but I want to repeat it. When I say 100%, I mean 100%. I'm not taking out the credit card processing fees. I'm not even going to take out the percentage that YouTube charges when somebody donates in a super chat. Whatever the dollar amount is that we raise, that is exactly what's going to the animals. So, okay. And it's 1,100. I don't know why I put 1,000, but it's 1,100. Okay. So all of that's what we raised yesterday, or has been raised so far. I don't know that this is going to resonate with you 100% right now, but there is literally something. It's like that same feeling that I got from the white animals, but in particular, the Nine of Pentacles, the white peacock. There is something that it's like you're swashbuckling your own life, and I don't know. I don't know if it's hold on, you guys. I gotta get rid of a spammer. Hey, Baba T, Leo, blah, blah, blah. Because your name doesn't give you away for being a spammer. God, if you're going to be a crook, be a smart crook. If you're going to prey on people, be a good predator. I'm just like, anyway. So all of that said, I don't know that you feel this yet. Thank you, Tanya. Baba Band. I don't know if you are feeling this, but you are coming in like the Mona Lisa. That's really interesting, Mackenzie. You're just stepping into this time where you are literally being the hero of your own life, the supreme goddess of your own life. And you're just like swashbuckling through everything. I don't know that you feel that in your gut, because I don't know that you're the kind of person that lets yourself fill up with that kind of, triple Scorpio. Everything is life and death to me, right? I'm not hungry, or yeah, I could eat. I'm starving, which I clearly am not, right? It's not like that for you. Your energy is kind of more like my sister's energy, right? Yeah, exactly. But here's the thing, Ma. There's a scene in a movie called Sense and Sensibility. Because who doesn't love Jane Austen? I'm such a sap. But there's a character in that movie, and it's in Pride and Prejudice, because she's got the same characters in every movie, right? But the more reserved of the sisters are so reserved, and tragedy befalls them, and they're still very stoic. And then there comes that one thing that tips them over the edge, and they turn into a big pile of mush quickly, and then they stuff it all back in, or quietly, and no one else ever knows. And I feel like that's you, Ma, but I'm telling you now, there is something that's going through you at the moment. You won't be letting down your defenses. You won't be vulnerable. It's like if your blood turned to pure magic, which in some ways it really is. I won't go down that rabbit hole, but I really want to encourage you that perhaps, right, exactly, Ma. I really want to encourage you that maybe you could consider just maybe some kind of work around your emotions where you're more willing to let your own emotions, you don't have to show them on the outside, but at least allow yourself to experience them. Because something so happy is happening inside of you, and so powerful, and so like, again, I'm so proud of you. I just keep being told to tell you that. It's not demeaning. It's just, I'm so proud of you. I'm not sure exactly who that's coming from, but yeah, and read everything you can about the Knight of Wands and Fox, and there you go. Okay. Helen, you donated earlier, but you're here, you're gone, you're here, you're gone. Helen, will you text me if you're still here and you want me to read for you today? I will. If not, we'll just mush all your donations and Baby Beluga's donation together, and I'll just do a longer reading for you over the weekend or something. So please just text me and let me know, Ma. Well, Ma, I hope that was helpful. All right, so moving on. Oh lordy, lordy. Okay, Michelle dipped. Angel Heart. Girl, you need a reading every day. Sorry, y'all. That Ma Webb thing for the last there for a minute. She's got such beauty going on around her right now. It really made me tear up. It's beautiful. Really, really, you got some good stuff. And the thing about it is it's not happening randomly. You've done it. You've orchestrated it. You've made the choices. It's awesome. Oh, okay. Oh, dang, and Amy's gone. All right, hold on. You do, Angel. You're like a psychic tarot junkie, girl. You're very welcome. You're very welcome, Ma. Okay. Okay, Angel. You know I'm straight up, right? Love you. Love you, Ma. Okay. So, Angel, you know I'm straight up. I just need you to tell me, do you want me to do a reading on what you think is happening or what's actually happening? Because that's exactly what I just got told. Okay. You got to choose. Do you want me to do a reading on what's actually happening in your life or what you think is happening? Two completely different things. No one wants to hear that. I don't. Believe me. I just had a conversation like that with my sister. And I was like, oh, look at the time. I've got to go. What's really happening? Okay. So the exact intention that I'm setting as I pull for you, Angel, hold on, let me start this timer. In another life, I want to be a chef and I want them to have Cutthroat Kitchen again. I would slay that show. Those people, they fold when it comes, they fold. All right. Time starts now. All right, the intention that I'm setting for you, Angel Heart, is to give you what's going to give you clarity, which will also support you in what's really going on. I'm really drawn to this card, whatever it is. I couldn't see those cards. You all know I couldn't see the cards. You all know I shuffled the cards. And this is twice that Triceratops has come out. So the first thing that I'm drawn to on this card is try, the number 3, the number 3, the number 3. And I'm wondering if you've got a thing going on with double threes or triple threes or something with the number 3. But mostly what I'm hearing from Triceratops is all I can see you doing is sitting in your car going, I try and I try and I try and I try and I try. What the HE double hockey sticks? Angel, does that make sense to you? I try and I try and I try and I try. Either it's I try what the HE double hockey sticks or it's I'm not trying hard enough. But there's something about the word try around you that is not, it's no bueno for you. It's just not working for you. Now, the triple threes or the double threes, that's awesome blossom. But the rest of it, not so much. Okay, I know, right, Mary? You can't make this stuff up. Let me tell you something. I had an, just yesterday, unbeknownst to me, cat hair. Oh, thank you, Sudaba. Please don't let me murder your name. Kuklinski. I think I got Kuklinski right. Thank you. Yeah, I've never given up, but I often feel defeated. But are you specifically using the word try? There's something about the word try. You've got to remove that from your vocabulary. And what I was going to say, Mary Murph, was I had a former romantic partner of mine. He called me yesterday and he goes, hey, I sent you a PayPal. I was like, so-and-so? He goes, well, yeah. I was like, oh, yeah, okay, but I haven't talked to you in years. What's up? And he said, well, I've been watching you on YouTube. I'm like, okay. And he goes, I used to never believe in this stuff. I went, yeah, I'm very aware of that. He goes, but you can't make up the stuff you're doing. I know you. You can't make that up. And I want to donate to the animals and I need you to read on. And I said, oh, on the job that you're not sure you're going to get, but you are. Anyway, here you have it. Okay. So all that said, here's the story. There's something with the word try. You've got to get that out of your head. The other thing that I'm going to tell you is, no joke, Emily, I don't know why you're cringing. I'm sorry. I hope I didn't say anything that made you cringe. Here's the story. I don't think we've ever talked about this before, but I am being told, in particular by Triceratops, they have a much lighter voice than you might think that they have a deep gravelly voice, but their voice kind of sounds like light and tinkly like bells, which is weird for their size. But I feel like, oh yeah, it's a little cringy, Emily. It's a little cringy. I mean, other than a couple of them, I'm mostly friendly and friends with a lot of my exes. There's a fairly long list, but uh, but I I don't know any other way to say this. I don't know any other way to say this other than this, which is literally everything in your life that's pressuring you, it's too much, it's this, it's that, it's blocking you, it's this, it's that, you could abolish, get rid of, cut by looking into past lives, your past lives, and just finding a way to become aware of what your circle around you that's, you're all caught up in all of that, how you all danced together in previous lives. Oh, Ricky, I'm going in order. Ricky Pittman, I'm going in order that everybody donated. Sorry, I've got a list. I'm going in order, but you don't have to donate more. You get read all the time. If you want to donate more to the animals, that's awesome. But we can totally do a longer reading. I'm totally down to do that. And then we've got there we go. Oh, thank you. Uh, I don't know if it's Ms. or Mr. Kuklinski or either of those. I don't know. And I don't know how to pronounce your first name. Can I just call you Suda or Sa? God, I don't know. I don't want to murder your name. Okay. Oh, why did I think of that? A regression. Angel Heart, there you go. In fairness, I don't know any excellent regressionists because that can be a big load of horse hockey right there. And I mean a big load of horse hockey. And Sue is good. Thank you. All right, cool. Thank you, Sue. Yeah, past lives, I totally recommend meditation. If you're far enough into meditation that you're not going to deny what comes in front of you, or it's not going to snap you out of a meditation if you see something that is scary or surprising or overwhelming or whatever. But what I'm saying is when people go to a past life regressionist and they're like, I'm a hypnotherapist. Really? What are your credentials? Well, I took an online class for, they were running a 1998 special and, you graduated after coming for 35 minutes on Saturday and Sunday each. I'm not trying to have any of those people be around me when I'm going into an altered state of consciousness. That's not happening for Bernadette. No. Because that's crazy nonsense. What can happen? Don't do it. Do not do it. You're much better off doing it on your own. And I don't recommend when people go to past life regressions and they're doing it in a group and they're meditating in a group. Because if you don't know what you're doing and you're just meditating and you're just all out there, la 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 la, you don't know whose life you're picking up on and you don't know who's picking up on. Don't do it. Don't do it. And no matter how good a facilitator is, if you got 10 or 15 people sitting in a circle and they're all meditating on their past lives, anyway, I do know a good hypnotherapist. He's no joke. He's in Orlando, Florida. I'm pretty sure he does telesessions. He owns this is for everybody. You guys, give me some latitude. I get people that ask me this all the time. Let me pull up this old boy's name. His name is Matthew something. He, just on a personal level, he's kind of an interesting character. But he is no joke with this stuff. He is a true practitioner. Hypnotherapy school. Hold on. A really good friend of mine went to him. Matthew Brownstein. Thank you. Okay. Hold on. Let me put the link in the chat, y'all. Okay, this guy's no joke. And his school is no joke. A really good friend of mine just went through it, and what he's teaching in his school, if I ever want to make time for that in my life, I will carry, because Orlando's 2 hours from me, I'll carry my behind right onto that class, because it's the real deal. I cannot say enough good things about him or his school. And I don't know if you can get a private session with him. I don't know anything about it. Everybody's doing tele stuff these days. But all of that said, I would tell you that for anybody looking for past life, check him out. But in particular for you, Angel, I just honestly feel that like the exploration into your own past lives and what the people that you're doing the dance in this life with what you guys were to each other, it will shed so much light on things. It'll stop that anxiety and everything that you're experiencing now, because you're claiming it. Oh, I'm anxiety. My favorite thing is when people they'll meet me and go, I just want you to know I have anxiety. Okay, you sure about that? Well, yes. Well, how are you sure about that? Well, I've been diagnosed. By who? Based on what? What does that even mean? Anxiety. What does it even mean? What does it mean? Depression? That's one thing. You've been tested and all of your blood chemistry is out of whack. Okay, that's depression. You're anxiety? What does that mean? What does that mean? It's so nebulous. It's so nebulous. But what is not nebulous is when people claim something. When you claim it. Now, I'm not saying there are not people out there experiencing anxiety. That does not make you anxiety. It means you're experiencing it. Now, let me also go on record as saying I am not a medical professional of any kind. I am not dispensing medical advice or opinion. I'm expressing opinion, but not medically. This has to do with metaphysically, spiritually. And what I always tell people is, if you would just stop and simmer down for 5 minutes and just look at what's really there, nothing is overcomable. And there are so many, let me not go down that rabbit hole, but that's a story, girl. Oh, well, there you have it. Okay. Okay, listen, Angel, you got to do something about that right now. Serious business. Do something about it. You're one of the strongest women I know. Figure it out. There's no time in the world for you to have anxiety. All right, moving on. And for those of you that want to check out Matthew, let me know how he works out for you guys. Renee Crollo, are you still here? Renee Crollo, are you still here? Renee Crollo, Renee. Renee Crollo. Renee Crollo, I'm calling for you. Renee Crollo. Hold on, y'all. I'm getting to my text messages in case anybody's texting me. My phone is like... Hey, Sue. Sue, let me tell you something. That is so much wisdom. Let me tell you guys something. There was somebody on here, I just have to say this. Ricky, I hear you. All right, I'm calling for... Oh, you're there, Renee Crollo. All right, you're next right here. You have 10 minutes. Okay. And then, okay, so it's Renee and then Jennifer Baggett. If you want me to do like 5 or 10 minutes with you, and then we'll get to you for the rest of your donation, and I'll do a private Zoom. And then Ricky, it's you. And then Rohan, it's you. So if you can hang, Ricky, that's cool. If you can't, I totally get it. We can just book a Zoom or whatever. Oh, chat is delayed. Okay, but Renee, I'm getting into your energy. Let me just say, I want to say there's a big, everybody should know now about earthing, right? But there's a whole forest therapy thing going on right now that, oh, thank you, Last Chance. Thank you so much. There's a thing going on about forest therapy where actually in Japan, they are literally studying the medicinal effects of being in the forest and how it lowers blood pressure and it lowers anxiety and it does this and it does that. And so when Sue was like, well, that person goes to get grounded when they're feeling anxiety, that's a real thing. It's better than taking a pill and it's physical. And so all of that said, all of that said, it is, try that. So anyway, I'm going, okay, Renee. So no to drama. So here's the, okay, so I'm going to do Jennifer, I'm doing Renee's reading now. Jennifer Baggett, if you're still here, I'll do 10 minutes with you and then we can set a Zoom for the rest of your time. Then Ricky Lynn Pittman, then Rohan, then Sharon, then France Yeps, and then no to drama. So I'm working through them. I'm going to stay as long as, I'm going to stay as long as you all will stay. I will stay. Teapot, you do not have to stay. It's always wonderful when you do, but I really want to knock as many of these out as possible. And I want everybody, you guys are being so generous to the animals, so generous. I want to give you what you want. I'm also going to be on tomorrow from 1 to 3. So if anybody has to leave and they can come back tomorrow and they want to do that, just let us know in the chat. Whew, I'm going to start crying, y'all. I'm going to start crying. Okay, hold on. Okay. Renee, I'm in your energy. Hold. Renee Crollo, I'm very drawn to my left hand. Are you left-handed, or somebody very significant in your life is left-handed, or somebody who's crossed over is left-handed? I feel like somebody who's crossed over that. Okay, I'm not doing mediumship today. Please don't everybody have this expectation. I cannot do, well, I could do mediumship in 5 minutes, but it will burn me out. Renee Crollo, Renee, either hit me up in the chat, but I keep hearing it's delayed. Renee Crollo, can you text me? Let me put my number in here again. Please don't text me, you guys, if I'm not talking directly to you or calling your name. Please don't do that. And everybody's been very respectful about that so far, and I really appreciate it so much. Renee Crollo, can you text me or put in the chat? I can't go anywhere until I get past this left hand thing. Okay, and also Renee, I am going to, oh Lordy. Natasha, your mother-in-law passed. She was left-handed and her name is Renee. Okay. As I'm going to say, like I always say, if you haven't heard me say it before, sometimes readings are for you, and the people that cross over are for you, even if you're not called on. Because on the other side, just like they are here, it's like we're all just trying to help a brother and a sister out. You know what I'm saying? Renee Crollo, your time starts now. Okay. All right, so tune in, Natasha B. No. Okay. No. Oh, Lordy, Natasha. Oh, Lordy. Left-handed passed. Name is Renee. All right, Natasha, the only thing I can say then, because I have to stay in Renee's energy, but Renee, I really feel like you're going to, there's something about the left hand. I feel like, now the left hand is a very feminine, that's your feminine dominant side or your feminine energy side. Okay, Natasha, I just want you to listen to Renee's reading. There might be gems in here from your Renee. Okay, just think on it. Just think on it, Renee. I want to move on, and I don't want to get pulled into Natasha's energy. But when people I never ever deny people who've crossed over. I don't do that. So even if I'm not in a mediumship reading and I'm not in your reading, if somebody else comes through, I hope you guys will be okay. Because you would want it, you would want it to be okay for you. But here's the thing. Um Renee, I'm so drawn to this for you. I'm so quiet because I can't even almost speak. There's something about this octopus, and in particular it being the King of Cups. It's so meaningful for you. And I wonder if there's a big male energy that you're working with in some way. Is there something going on with the more male side of something for you right now? It could be a person, it could be, you know, a person in your life that represents a king. It could be you balancing feminine and male energies. I mean, it could be a lot of things. It could be a lot of things, but the thing about octopus is when you look at this card, there's such a reverence that you get from this octopus. And I've always equated that with, I just keep, I keep, Renee, are you a water sign? Or there's a lot of water in your chart? The chat is really behind, but Renee, if you can, I'm just going to keep going with this reading. If you can get in the chat and let me know this, there's something very, it's not just about the water. Oh, you're a Pisces. Okay. Yeah, you're a water sign. Okay. I'm like, I can't get out of the water. I can't get, okay. In my mind, when I talk to the animals, some people think heaven is only above us. But when I look at the galaxies and the stars and the depths up, I see the same thing from the animals in the oceans below. And just because we perceive it as up and down and above and below doesn't mean that that's actually the way it is. What if in another world, the oceans are the above and the stars are the below? It's maybe a little hard to perceive as a human, but it certainly could happen. Anything can happen. Anything can be. So there's something very heavenly, very reverent, very godlike, very sacred, sacred, sacred. There's something very sacred about this King of Cups for you and this octopus. They are some of the most misunderstood animals anywhere. Anywhere. I keep hearing over and over and over and over again, Renee, there's something about the male energy, something about a man, something about but it's not about a man, it's about male energy. Is there some kind of male energy that you're trying to get more balanced inside of yourself or around you is there some kind of male energy you need to encourage or help at the moment? Man, this chat being behind is starting to irk me. Dang it. Okay, Renee, I'm just going to keep going with this reading. I mean, I know I'm in the right energy. I know I'm in the right energy, but I would really encourage you to read everything you can about the King of Cups. Because, can you read that? It is, okay. The only thing I can say is I know what it is. Okay, I'm like, Octopus, you got to tell me. Stay with me on this, because it's kooky. In this world, so far, I can't think of many female great spiritual leaders like the Dalai Lama or Gandhi or something like that. I'm not having one come up in my consciousness that's the female equivalent of that. I'm sure they're out there. They're just not coming to my mind because I am way down deep in the oceans with this octopus, this big grandfather, all knowing, wise, just this wise soul. And that's that. There's a fatherly, grandfatherly kind of thing that actually you're being asked to step into. Renee, do you want to do spiritual teaching? Do you think maybe you've had your own church in a past life or been a great spiritual leader in a past life, or you're drawn to that kind of thing now where you just like you just want to do everything you can to help the world? Is this making any sense? Because this is like no joke, man. It's been a long time since I've had a reading like this. It's not about me. What I'm saying is, you can look really kooky as a psychic or a medium. Not that I care. Look at what I'm dressed in. But I don't know. I cannot overstate the importance of this. Okay, you got chills on the church thing. I don't know, Renee. I feel like there's something going on there with you. Some of you have heard this story, some of you haven't. Renee, give me a little bit of latitude to tell this story, because I really do think it has to do with you. And I'm going to make it quick. Back in my 20s, I waited tables at Red Lobster right outside of Disney. And these two old boys got sat at my station one day, and you could tell they were Jehovah's Witness or Seventh-day Adventists or whatever. They were in their blue suits and their white shirts, and they were toting their Bibles, and they prayed over lunch, and they made a really big deal out of praying over lunch. And so at the end of their meal, I was like, well, hey, thanks, fellas, gotta get you anything else? And they said, well, could we talk to you for a minute? I said, nope, because you're going to tell me about Jesus, and this is a seafood restaurant. They're like, well, God gave us a message for you. And I was like, of course he did. They said, no, really. And I didn't know anything about the woo-woo at the time. I was too busy trying to be a Broadway star in a comic. But I had this weird feeling in the pit of my stomach. And I said, okay. I said, I'll make you a deal. If I listen to your message from your God, will you go away? They did not. They were very nice. They said, yes. I said, okay, what you got? They said, one day you're going to be a spiritual leader to millions of people. And I said, of course I am. Have a good day, boys. I want to be crystal clear, and I mean as seriously as I mean anything. I do not think of myself as a spiritual leader. Oh no, I do not. But I, in fact, have websites that only talk about spiritual things, and in fact, millions of people a year do go to those websites, in excess of 13 million people a year. It could be argued that in the language that they heard it in, that their message from their God was right. Again, I do not think of myself as, I don't think of myself as any kind of leader, much less a spiritual leader, and that's a fact. Don't let me lead y'all anywhere. But Renee, I swear to Swanee, that's what we say here in the South when we're serious. I swear to Swanee, I am hearing something like that for you. There is some kind of great spiritual work you're going to do. It could be a book. It could be a song. It could be, I don't know, but there is something, and I would really encourage you that if you, I don't know what's all up with about the past lives today, because that's not a lane I go down very much at all, because how do you prove it? and I'm for those of you who don't know me, I'm an evidential psychic medium. If I don't get evidence, it's not a message to me. But if that, Renee, if that thing about the church really gave you chills, you might be having some kind of gut memory, some DNA reminder of something in a past life. Because honest to gosh, I see you like this octopus, like as if you could picture an octopus at the bottom of the ocean, and there's thousands of other sea creatures, and this grandfather ginormous octopus is just speaking in this deep resonant tone, but very kind and very benevolent and so peaceful, and all just like the embodiment of love, right? And all of the fishes in the deep blue sea are listening to this octopus. That's what it's like. Anyway, kooky, but I hope it was helpful. Okay, Renee. All right, Jennifer Baggett, are you still here? Jennifer Baggett. Hey, Keith. Jennifer Baggett, are you still here? Jennifer, either text me and let me know you're still here. The chat is running behind. It's running behind, so I don't know. You're welcome. Jennifer Baggett, I want to go on to you, but again, I'll give you 5 or 10 minutes here, and then we'll do a private Zoom for the rest of your time. Jennifer Baggett, calling once, calling twice, calling thrice. Ooh, Jennifer, I don't want to miss you, but I gotta move on. All right, Jennifer. Ricky Lynn Pittman, are you still here? Ricky, you can Facebook me or you can text me. One of the two. Facebook me or text me, Ricky Lynn Pittman, and let me know you're still here, baby doll. I'm going to refresh Facebook, Ricky Lynn. My Scorpio sister. My sister girl. I tell you, sister. Sister. What song is that from? What movie is that from? I tell you, sister. Come on. Who knows it? It's one of the best movies ever made. Nobody. Oh my god, my chat's frozen. No! Hey, somebody type something in the chat so I can see if my chat's frozen, please. Oh. Oh, Lonja said, dang it. Okay, Lonja said, I've got to get to you right now. Okay. Ricky, I'm calling for Ricky Lynn Pittman, because she was here before you. Sorry, Lonja said she was. And I'm calling for the color purple. Bam, Mackenzie. Excellent. Something in the chat. Dang it. Okay, Jennifer Baggett, Ricky Lynn Pittman. Going once, going twice. What is wrong with people? Don't they have better things to do than stupid crap like this? Oh, Lord. Oops. Okay. All right. I see you're here. No to drama. I got just a couple people to get to. All right. Lonja said, you actually were here after No to Drama donated. So, but Lonja said you donated yesterday. So I don't see Jennifer. I don't see Ricky. Okay. Let me get to, Lonja said, Rohan, are you still here? Rohan. Then Lonja said, Sharon Eckhart, are you still here? Let me know. Rohan, are you still here? Rohan, you can text me. Oh, Rohan, you're still here. Excellent. Okay, Rohan, here we go. Rohan, I don't... Oh, Sharon's here. Okay, got it. All right, Rohan. All right, let me make myself a list. I'm trying to stay fair, you guys, to everybody. I'm trying. The thing is I don't want to take up 5 minutes of the time by waiting for somebody. Not that I'm waiting for you all to answer. It's that the chat is being a jerk. But you can Facebook me or you can text me, you guys. I put my number in there. Let me know if you need me to put it again. Okay, so Rohan. I'm doing you, then okay, Rohan, then Lonja said, then Sharon. Francieps, are you still here? And if that person's not here, then it's moving right on to you, No to Drama. You guys are being so patient and so kind. I really appreciate it. And I just, man, thank you for everything you're doing for the animals. This is going to go a long way, you guys. And I have to tell you, you can't imagine what a long way your donations are going, because right now, the economy and people are scared about their jobs, and they're scared about inflation, and they're scared, and they don't, oh my great googly moogly. It's just a big hot mess. And I mean, it is a big hot mess, and people just don't have the money to donate, or they're terrified to let go of their money, which is completely understandable, And so when disaster strikes, there's so much less money and so much less support to go around, and charities are having a really hard time right now. It's a mess, y'all. It's a mess. Okay, so you have an appointment this evening. Okay. Oh, thank you, Emily. Rowan. Okay, hold on. Emily, I want to put you on my list. I'm looking in PayPal now. Not that I don't believe you. I do. But I'm really, what I'm looking at is to see if other people slid stuff in. And we're like, well, didn't you see the payment? No, I didn't. Got it. Okay, Emily Rowan, I'm going to put you on the list. Okay. Also, anybody that I'm getting to, Rohan Lonja said, Sharon, you're still here. No to Drama. I'm going to get with you. Emily, if you're still here, I'll get with you, but I'm going to cap it at Emily today. If you donate, and that would be awesome. But if you're after Emily's reading, I cannot get to your reading until tomorrow. I cannot get to your reading until tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be here 1 to 3. I was supposed to cap it today at 3, but I can't leave y'all hanging. So when I was texting earlier, I was moving a different appointment so I could stay here and do this. Okay, Rowan, listen. I got a question. Like in my brain, I think you're still in Canada, but in my body, oh, Ricky, dang it. Okay, all right, Ricky, I'll get you in the slide, the electric slide. All right, let me put these back in order. Shoot. All right, sorry, y'all. So, Ricky, I'm on to Rowan. Rowan, let me do him. Then, let me catch Lonja said. She's from yesterday. Then, Ricky, I'm going to put you in. Okay, somebody just texted me, but I don't know your telephone number. You've got to tell me your name, please. So, please tell me your name. Somebody just texted me and said you're here, but I don't know your telephone number. Okay, Rowan, let me stay in your energy, you guys. Oh, Francieps, you're here. Dang it. Okay, listen, anybody that's willing to move to tomorrow, I sound like an airline person. Ladies and gentlemen, anyone that's willing to step out of the line and get a free ticket to wherever in the whole world because we overbooked, please step out of the line. The attendant will see you to your left. The thing is I ain't mad about it. You guys are donating for the animals, and as long as you're donating and my lips will still move and my third eye doesn't go, I'm in, man. I'm in. Rohan, I'm here. Oh, last chance. That's right. Okay. In my head, in my Bernadette head, I feel like you're still in Canada. I think you're still in Canada, but in my body, I don't feel like you're in Canada. Are you back in India right now? Rohan, hey honey, are you in India right now or fixing to go to India? Because my body doesn't feel like it's in Canada. Or are you in Canada? I just don't feel like you're in the frozen north. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Oh, you went to India in July. Do you wish you were back there? Sue, you can, Teapot, will you put my my PayPal address, Bernadette at buildingbeautifulsouls.com, Bernadette at buildingbeautifulsouls, you can PayPal me, and then just let me know in the chat that you PayPal me, but Sue, I can't get to anybody else today. The order that I'm going in right now is Rohan, Lonja said, Ricky, Sharon, Francieps, No to drama and Emily, and I've got to cap it at Emily. That's going to take us way over time, which is fine for me, but Teapot's got to go, and I'm sure you guys got to go too. All right. I don't know, Rohan, are you moving? Or let me just cut to the chase, Rohan. I just feel like even if you're in Canada right now, I don't think you want to be in Canada, and I don't think you will be in Canada. My body just feels so warm. So if you have the opportunity to move from Canada and you're on the fence about it, or you're like, oh, do I want to, do I not want to? I would really, oh my God, Juan just said, oh, my heart, thank you so much. I just feel like there's something, hey, physical reading, if you're going to try to scam somebody, at least tell them you're psychic, don't tell them you're physical. God. Tanya, if you're still on here, that person was a Facebook person. Try to find them and ban them. I just feel like there's something about not being in the frozen north anymore. Let me go on. And Rohan, all I'm going to do is I'm going to flip card. Okay, Rohan, you don't. Got you. That's interesting that this card comes up for you. That is so interesting. I'm sorry you're lonely. I'm sending you a big mama bear hug. I am. You need a hug. And some good food. Something's wrong with the food you've been eating lately. I don't like the food you've been eating lately. I don't know, Rohan. You got to do something to have better food. I don't know what that's about, but you got to. But here's the thing. Rohan, you haven't been on all week, but this card has come out like 5 times this week. This card almost never comes out. It's come out over and 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 over. This is a big sign for you because this card is from the friends, family, and lovers portion of my deck. And you're lonely. And so it's about gathering family where you are. And so all of that said, Rohan, have you been experiencing pain in the back of your neck? Like, are you carrying extreme anxiety or stiffness or like just pain? Did you strain your neck? Are you not sleeping at night? There's something, I've got pain in my neck. Does this make sense? Does this make sense? Does this make sense? Okay. Honey, you're like when I was a kid, because I grew up in the country, right? And we used to have to string barbed wire. Hated. It was the worst job ever. And when you string barbed wire, you got this thing called a come along, and it's what crank, crank, crank. That's what you crank the barbed wire with to get it real tight. Because if you don't need a lesson in barbed wire, but because I was a kid, and I hated that job. My mom used to make me do it with her creosote. It smelled like creosote for days. And I'd get to cranking on that barbed wire, and I'd get mad, and I'd give it one more crank, and that barbed wire would go poof! And it would just fly everywhere. And, oh, hey, Ricky. Girl, I didn't recognize your number. And it was dangerous. Because barbed wire is called barbed wire because it's got barbs on it. When it goes to flinging everywhere, you can't catch it. And you don't want to try to catch it, even if you got gloves on. Because that junk it's no bueno. I really feel like you're like barbed wire right now. You are really tense and you're about to snap. Now, I'm not trying to scare you. This is not about that. What that's about is saying, look, you're about to blow a gasket. And that can happen in a lot of different ways. I mean, blowing a gasket can just mean you sit around and cry for a few hours and get it out of your system and gasket blown. But it might be a little beyond that for you, and you're dang it. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you. I will get to you. I swear to Swanee, I will. Thank you. Yes. Teapot, please put Sharon at the top of the list for tomorrow. Okay. Thank you, Sue. Thank you so much for your generosity. I appreciate it. I gotta read for you tomorrow though, Sue. I can't do this past Emily today. So Rohan, the pain that I'm feeling for you in the back of my neck, That is the physical sign. You've got to do something to relax, honey. I don't know what that will mean for you, but you've got to do something that will relax. Now, the other thing is, I wonder if in your family there's a little bit of maybe a little of unrest or a little bit of, I don't know if there's like a money issue or there's a physical health issue, but I feel like you're worried about your family in some way. Your family back home in India. Does this make sense to you, Rohan? I'm going to keep going with your reading, Rohan, because I'm going to draw a couple more cards for you, but I just feel like there's something you're worried about for them back there, or one of them or a couple of them. It's going to be okay. It really is going to be okay. Don't you fret. It's going to be okay. Okay, your father is COVID positive in July and he's been weak. It's going to be okay. Honest to goodness, honey, it's going to be okay. He's going to rally. He's going to rally. It'll be all right. Okay. Don't worry about him so much. It's what your worry is doing is giving you other stuff, and that's not going to be helpful to you. You visited India abruptly because of his illness. Okay, that makes better sense. Okay, that makes better sense. So are you told, maybe that's why I'm feeling so, ooh, give me a minute, y'all. Whew. Okay, so, okay, I don't really need to point out the obvious, do I? Rohan's Indian, the elephant. I don't think I have to point out the obvious, but, I mean, there might be somebody on the chat that doesn't know anything about the Indian culture, but, Rohan, I'm going to get to your card in just a minute, but maybe that's why earlier I'm like, well, in my Bernadette head, I think you're still in Canada, but in my spirit, I feel like you're back in India. So, Rohan, I'm thinking probably that you are wishing you were still in India, at least for your dad or, you know, whatever else is going on back there. But I wonder if there's some part of you also that's just like, man, I forget this. I should just go back to India. I don't know that that would be a bad thing for a time. I feel like something really awesome would happen for you there. And here's the thing. When the elephant comes, I mean, I hate to harp on the obvious, but you are indeed Indian. There are 149 cards in my deck. What are the odds? 1 in 149, I guess, that elephant is going to show up. I do have you saved, Ricky. You're on my list. You totally are on my list. I'm doing Rohan, then I'm going to read for Lonja said, and then I'm reading for you. I am. Okay. So all that said, I feel like sometimes it's tough for you to see the truth of things. Meaning, even when it's positive, even when it's happy stuff, you don't want to see the truth of things. I don't. Okay, got you. I'm with you. That's a tough place to be, honey. It totally is. See, I don't know anything about how your visas work and all that kind of thing when you're in Canada. I mean, I have some very dear friends. I have a lot of very dear friends from India, but they're all over the world, and their visas are so different place to place. I can't even keep up with them. I have some friends that just went, it's a whole long story. They were here in Gainesville. He was a professor doing research, and then they had to go back to India, but then he got a job in Hawaii. Now they're in Hawaii. It's craziness. But anyway, I don't know what it is with the visas, but I want to say that potentially, oh, you're a permanent resident of Canada. Okay, great. So, oh, that's awesome. So, Rohan, I don't know if maybe you could go back and stay in India just for a little while, but I wonder if that's like could be good for you in the coming months, just maybe for a few months, because something will unfold for you while you're there, but it will only unfold if you will see the truth of things, like the nitty gritty of things. And I'm not really sure what that means, because so like if there's a really joyous moment, I'm being told he doesn't even see the truth in the joyous moments. I don't know what that means. If anybody else has any idea like what that could even mean, I'm totally open because I'm drawing a blank. But for sure, when it comes to like challenging moments, you will not see the truth of it. Mostly because I feel like wedding. Are you getting married? Rohan, are you getting married? Oh, Lordy B. If you are, and you're really sure you want to marry this person, and I don't get an invitation to your wedding, that's going to be a problem. Okay. I don't feel like it's a wedding, but, you know, you're a surprising fella. I can say that. Oh, you're talking with someone. Okay, thank you. Okay, there we go. I was like, I don't feel like you're getting married, but okay. I don't know. You're just being asked to see the truth of a situation. Now, I also keep hearing law, 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 law. Because the elephant is the justice card. But the thing about it is you don't like endings. I'm being told you hold on to things way too longer than you should. Relationships in particular. You'll hold on to a relationship way past its due date. It's laying stinky, it's got mold on it in your refrigerator, and you're like, it's not totally bad. Like, it hasn't grown tentacles and eyes and isn't crawling around and making, gargling noises. Don't do that. That's not helpful for you. So whatever situations, relationships you're holding on to more than you should, longer than you should, you've got to see the truth about them, honey. You've got to be willing to see the truth. So I hope that's helpful. I've got to move on. But I really encourage you. I really encourage you to consider going back to India for a little while, just for a few months. Just for a few months. Just for a few months. Yeah. All right. I hope that's helpful. Okay, Lonja said, are you still here? Lonja said, Ann Alexander, I did not set up a GoFundMe for this. I am doing donations through my channel, through my PayPal, and I am giving 5-minute readings for a $10 donation. And this is the first time ever I've done this. My readings for the last year and a half, almost 2 years I've been on YouTube, they've been for free. Oh, I'm so grateful that's helpful to you. I love you, Rohan, like the son I never had. I think about you a lot, and I hope that you're happy you're out there in the frozen tundra, because Indians don't like the cold like that. I know they don't. I know a lot of Indians that live in Canada, and I would love to live in India one day, for at least a little while. And so, that's my heart. So I hope you have a good holiday, honey. I truly do. All right. Lonja said, are you here? I'm pretty sure you're still here. Lonja said, I'm launching into your reading, because even if the chat's all janky. And then after Lonja said, then it's Ricky Lynn Pittman. And then you guys, I got to go. I cannot keep Teapot on any longer than this. I cannot do it. Okay. And then Francie Epps, I think you're here. And then No to Drama. And then Emily. Teapot, again, if you've got to go, yeah, you do. You get a reading. You get a 5-minute reading, Sue, but I can't get to you today. I'm already running way over time. And Ricky, if you don't care, I'm going to do 5 minutes with you, and then we can catch the rest on a Zoom. Okay. Lonja said, I know you're here. I know you're here. Aw, thank you, Anne. That's really kind. I cannot get to your reading till tomorrow, but I am reading tomorrow between 1 and 3. Get on my list, and Teapot will tell me who's at the top of the list for tomorrow, and that's who I'll start with. You guys, we really are doing our very, very best. Hey, Lonja said, we are doing our best to keep track of all of this, and for me in particular, I hope you can understand. I'm trying to stay in my psychic mind for a straight 2.5 hours and be in everybody's different energy and be evidential and keep up with the spammers and the without breaking a sweat, because that's how we do it up on my channel. And I know I look good doing it. I'll look like a crazy woman, because I am. All right, Lonja said, I'm all up in your stuff. Lonja said, I'm back in the water. Man, what is this with you water signs today? Oh, You know why? Because Friday is the day of love. It's ruled by Venus. No wonder all you water signs have showed up for today. You're all about the love, 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 love. Georgie just wants me to stop talking. All right, I'm going to put some water on my hands. And I do look fantastic. Thank you, Shadow. Shadow, we got to get your reading set up for all your gracious donation. Everybody's so gracious. Lonja said, what's up with you? What is up with you in the water? I don't know that you're a water sign. You might have a lot of water in your chart, or you've got somebody really significant in your life that's really on your mind and your heart right now that's a water sign. But I'm back in the water again. Man, I'm in the water. Lonja said, awesome. Thank you. You're welcome. Lonja said, the chat is delayed. So could you text me or you could Facebook me? I need the answer about the water stuff so I know which channel I'm going down, which way I'm swimming with the current, because you've got some, thank you, Shadow. What a doll, baby. Thank you so much for your patience. I just feel like, okay, bye, Tanya. Thank you for all your help. Thank you. Round of applause for Tanya. Yay! And again, for those of you that are new, that are into pagan, Wiccan, witchy poo, druid stuff, check out Tanya's page. I have a spell for that. An offshoot of the Cauldron. There are hundreds of thousands of like-minded people there. They'll hook you up. You can catch Tanya on witchcraftandwitches.com/forums. You can catch her there, and so there you have it. Okay, Lonja said, okay, I gotta have you get with me about this water thing, but I'm gonna move ahead with your reading because I mean, it's right. I know it's right. And so, hey Tony, I'm vibing out to you, dude. Okay, Lonja said, I feel like you've got a lot going on, meaning really serious a lot going on. Not like, oh, your ascendant is Aquarius. Okay, let me just be the first to tell you, if you haven't heard this before from somebody, I'm not an astrologer. That's too smart for me, but I have often wondered, and I have had long conversations with astrologer friends of mine that are like, we don't understand. Oh, your sister's an Aquarius. I don't understand how Aquarius is not like a fourth water sign. The waters of life flow out of her jug. I know all the mythology, I know the stories and whatever, but for me, when I'm doing readings, I see two things. If somebody's an Aquarius, I feel their water first, and then my eyes want to get really bright and I just want to look around the world like this. That's when I know for sure I've got an Aquarius. For sure. Because they are like, can't you guys see that? And the rest of the world's like, no. And the Aquarius is like, it's right there. Because you guys can see things but other people can't see. So all that said, yes, thank you so much, Teapot. Oh my God, for staying. Oh my God, you're a doll baby. And I know what this means for you to stay longer, Teapot, or even to come all this week at all. I'm very grateful. Okay, so Lonja said, I don't know what you've got going on about the whole water thing, but I also keep hearing live near water, live near water. So if you don't live near water, do you want to live near water? Okay, and I'm moving ahead with your reading. All right, Lonja said. This is so cool. Lonja said, I'm just going to tell you what I'm seeing in my psychic mind. I'm seeing an old treasure map, like an old-timey treasure map of the world. And I am literally seeing you in those outfits that the archaeologists wear. I've never seen you. I don't know what you look like. I don't know if you're a man, a woman, it doesn't matter. Non-binary, I mean, whatever. It's all tomato to me. But I just see you, you know, that hat, the beige shirt, the beige khakis, shorts, the boots, and with a magnifying glass, and you're looking at this map, and honest to goodness, it reminds me of Raiders of the Lost Ark. Are you really into travel, treasure hunting? Are you trying to figure out where you want to live in the world? Do you want to live in a lot of different places? Do you love uncovering secrets, buried treasure? You know, just that kind of thing. You might even be drawn to those kinds of shows on, and especially the kinds of shows where the people go out in their ships and they're looking for buried treasure out in the water. Is this making any sense to you, Lonja said? Please, Lonja said, the chat is way backed up. So if you could please text me, that would be super groovy, or Facebook me. And y'all, please don't text me things like Gordon Ramsay is on TikTok, because if I see Gordon Ramsay's face, I'm done. I can't focus. Okay, Lonja said, I'm not talking about where you live alone or not alone. I'm talking about, I see a map of the world. It looks like an old-timey map. There are treasures indicated, and I see you dressed in khaki. Like, do you have an interest in archaeology or anthropology or those kinds of things? Are those kinds of things interesting to you? And whether you would like to live alone or not, let me just put it another way. Would you like to be a world traveler? If you had all the money in all the world and all the time in all the world, would you travel the world? Thank you. Thank you, Launch said. Thank you. Okay, I'm like, okay. So if you guys can't see it in the chat, okay. If you can't see it in the chat, Lonja says, oh my God, I used to dig dinosaurs, and I worked in a dinosaur museum. Okay, there you go. There you have it. Okay, that's why I'm seeing you and all that stuff. Here's what I'm going to tell you. Ooh. So Sue, just so you know, you're new to the channel, and I always tell people that if a lot of some other person's reading is really resonating with you, it's meant for you as well. Whether we're called on or not, we're one big collective energy here, and you can bet that spirit from the other side, especially the animals, they are going. Dragons are your passion. Girl, come on now. Buried treasure, dragons, really? Do I have to connect the dots? Come on now. So, so all of what I'm saying is, I know, Gordon Ramsay. Can we all take a moment of silence? Okay, Lonja, send them back to you. All right, so here we go. Oh. Hold on, Lonja said I'm putting the number in 415. Okay, this is for Lonja said to text, and for anybody that I'm going to be reading, please don't text me if you're new. Please don't text me if you want a reading. Please don't. To only text me. Please don't text me unless I'm doing a reading. And listen, this, all the money today, all the money all this week, 100% goes to the animals, 100%. And I did Rohan, I'm on Lonja said, then Ricky, then Francie Epps, then Noda Drama, and then Emily. And everybody else, you can donate today, but I've got to get to you tomorrow. I'm already almost an hour over time, which is fine for Bernadette, but Teapot is hung in there with me for a long, long time, and yeah, so, okay. And obviously, I cannot do this without Teapot. I don't even know. Okay, so Lonja said, I'm going to pull a card, but I know I'm in your energy, but here's what I want to tell you. And you know, Sue, this might also be for you too. Of all the places you could have worked, you worked at a dinosaur museum, and you dug up dinosaur eggs, and you love dragons, and I don't know, I just think that whatever your questions are today, why ever you wanted me to pull for you or do a reading for you, I think it all can be answered as simply as possible, which is you've just got to follow your own wandering spirit. You really do. You really do have the spirit of a wanderer. Hey, David Adams, Aliona, whatever your name is for real, you're a jackass. This is my feed, and we're raising money to help animals in need, and you're trying to spam my feed? I got news for you. Karma's a biatch. Yay. And Karma's my friend. All right. Sending a swarm of black flies and scorpions to that person right now. Moving back. Longe said, true or not true, Longe said. True or not true. You're a little embarrassed and don't tell a lot of people about your love and connection with and really big interest in the world of mythological animals. Like, you really are a believer in the magic, unicorns and Pegasus and centaurs and that kind of thing. True or not true? True or not true? Okay. You can either text me or you can whatever me, but I'm going to move on with your reading, Lonja said, because we're running over time and I got to move on. But this is the thing. The answer to every one of your questions that potentially, hey, Catherine, the potential answer to anything. Oh my God, Catherine Windsor shows up right when Pegasus is here. Are you kidding me? Come on now. You can't make that up. If you will simply just honor your own, you just have always been this way. You are always looking around the corners to find the buried treasure. You always expect the magic to unfold. You always are looking for what other people say is just legend or is not true. You know it's true. And whatever that means for you, whatever it means for you to explore that all over the world. And it may, you know what, it may be from your living room or it may be from your computer or whatever, but you will only ever feel totally at peace, happy, loved, fulfilled if you're exploring all over the world, whatever that's going to mean for you. Maybe whatever that means for you, right? Okay. Oh, gotcha. You can't text because you fell out of YouTube. Okay. So I hope, well, I know you can hear me. I'm hoping you can hear me. So Lonja said, I really hope all that is helpful. But I would really encourage you to, if you haven't seen the Raiders of the Lost Ark movies, I encourage you to just maybe binge those movies. The fourth one was kind of crap, but okay, it was a lot of crap, but you might want to watch the fourth one too. But definitely 1 through 3. I think there are messages upon messages upon messages upon messages for you in Raiders of the Lost Ark. Honest to God. So, and just know, khaki can be really uncomfortable in the heat. I don't know why archaeologists and people like that wear khaki in the heat because it's uncomfortable as HE double hockey sticks. I don't recommend it. All right, moving on. I hope that's helpful, baby doll. Okay. Ricky Lynn Pittman! Ricky, are you still here? Text me. Ricky, calling Ricky Lynn Pittman. Ricky Lynn, calling Ricky Lynn. Ricky Lynn Pittman. All right, Ricky, I'm giving you 5, and then we're going to connect for your, Lorty. Ricky Lynn Pittman, I need you to text me. If not, I got to move on to Francie Epps. And Francie Epps, I need you to let me know that you're here. No to drama. I can feel you still here. I could just feel you. Emily Rohan, pretty sure you're still here. Hey, Ashley, I can see your comment. You just have to comment in Facebook and it feeds into my live here. You're welcome. Oh, thank you. Sue, I expect to see you tomorrow, though, for your reading. because I still owe you a reading for your generous donation. Ricky Lynn Pittman, I see you, Emily. You're welcome, Lonja said. Ricky Lynn Pittman. Okay, Francie Epps, are you here? Francie Epps? Francie Epps, Francie Epps. I really hope I am not murdering your name. It looks like such an exotic name, and I feel like I need to be like Francie Epps and say it like, you know, with a long cigarette and in a ball gown in my, you know. Good. Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, Ricky Lynn, I love you, boo. You know I'll read for you any times, but if I don't hear from you in like 3, 2, 1, I'm moving on to Francie Epps. Is it okay with you if I just say your name? I know the hats, they're very hard and they're uncomfortable and they're hot. Okay, so I hope you don't mind me saying Francie Epps, because that's just what I feel like when I look at your name. Okay, I'm in your energy, Francie. Thank you guys for all of your generous donations today. $10 for 5 minutes, and 100% of the proceeds go to benefit the animals. I want to say again, though, because I've seen some new people pop on, I cannot get to any more readings today. It's, Francine or Francie. I like Francie. I kind of like Francine, but I kind of like Francie. Are you a dual sign? Are you a Libra, a Pisces, or a Gemini? Because I'm like doing, 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 doing between your names. Are you a Gemini, a Pisces, a Libra, or you're rising, or something like it's prominent? Do you have a dual sign in your chart? Okay, so it's Francine, Francie, then No to Drama, then Emily, and then I've got to call it for the day, you guys. I got to call it. Okay. Okay, so those of you that are new, please be aware, I am very grateful for your generous donation. But I cannot read for you if you're just new because I've got to move on. Meaning I've been on for Teapot and we're going for an hour longer. Fine for Bernadette, but Teapot's got to go, y'all. She has got to go. Okay, so Francine. This is a very interesting card to come out. It almost never, ever, ever comes out. So this is from the moms and babies part of my deck. And the rat is shrewd choices, agility, reproduction, but it goes so much more than that. It just goes so much deeper than that. And oftentimes when people see a rat, if people see, you have a Scorpio moon, okay. Why do I want bing bong, bing bong, bing bong? Nope, hold on, let me get in on that. Bing bong, because Taurus hate change. They would not bounce back and forth, and Scorpio never usually does. Now, the only thing that I can equate the back and forth and back and forth and back and forth is if you have experienced a lot of death and rebirth in your life, like beginnings and endings, which everyone has them, but for Scorpios, they're endings. And then they're beginnings. And then they're endings. And then they're beginnings. If that feels like you. But here's the thing. A lot of people cringe when they get this card. And I really wish they wouldn't. This card makes me want to cry every time I see it. And though each card does not mean exactly the same thing for each person that I'm reading. When you are a reader and you work with your cards, and these are literally my cards. This is my deck. I'm the Bernadette King of the Arcanimal Tarot and Oracle deck. So these are my babies, and I'm their mama bear, right? Like, you guys, please don't, I'm not being condescending when I say, you guys are my babies and I'm your mama bear. I'm not condescending to you. I'm saying that is the role that I play in this lifetime. Sexy, I know. I got cute. I didn't get sultry. I got cute. But here's the thing. This card says everything there is to me about every mom energy or mom figure that will just do anything to save a kid. Don't think for 1 minute, you guys, that rats don't know that they are much hated in this world. Most people will do things to them. They don't like them. They don't understand them. They don't want them anywhere near them. Rats were blamed for the bubonic plague. It wasn't the bubonic plague. It was the fleas on their rats that caused the bubonic plague. Fleas. I'll try to love all animals. I don't see any redeeming quality about ticks, fleas, black flies, things. I just don't see any redeeming qualities. But what I'm saying is, rats are incredibly intuitive, incredibly loving, and this card always represents to me the mom that will love the kid who other people don't love. I don't know what this is going on in your energetic sphere, but it's kind of like the people who will adopt kids that are challenged, and they're kids that are never going to walk. They're only like the kind of care that they need until the end of this lifetime is so epic. You have to wonder why people adopt kids like that, but moreover just be in awe of their sheer selflessness and their love. It's just insanity. Wow, Ricky, okay, now I have your text. What is going on? Dang, Ricky. Okay, hang out, sis. I'll get to you right after Francie Epstein. No to drama. Holy cow. Okay. I don't see you responding in the chat, Francie, but there's something about this that's really meaningful to you at this moment. Only you are going to know what this is. Now, here's the other thing. The polar bear, the star card, has come out 100 times this week. I have been absolutely gobsmacked, flabbergasted, astonished. This is a no joke card. It's one of the most inspiring, beautiful, amazingly magical, energy filled cards in the deck, in this deck or in any deck, and represented by the polar bear because of the polar bear's connection to the constellations and all the. You can look it up. It's the first time it's come inverted, and what that means is there's something. Maybe it's either you, or it's something either you. Oh, there you go. You love to rescue senior or blind dogs. Your current foster is blind in one eye. Okay, y'all listen. Can I just tell you something? I get a lot of mail. I get a lot of texts. I get a lot of, people contact me all kind of different ways. And you guys are always so kind. And you're like, you're an amazing psychic. You're an amazing. It's not me. Y'all, the animals. It's the animal energy. They're so always on point. I wish everyone in the world that cared anything about spirit, totem power, animals, readings, tarot, psychic, I wish everyone had an arc, because you just can't imagine what will blow up inside of you when you connect with the animal kingdom. It's crazy. Here's the thing. Let me give you the message of this, Francie. I think in some ways you're misunderstood because you do what you do. Too bad, do it anyway. You're great at it. You're so great. And I feel like there have been a lot of times in your life that you've been misunderstood and people didn't get you. That's, you know what? That is for their loss. Their loss in such a big way. What I am wondering about for you is why it's kind of like, it's like that song from the Grinch, Where Are You Christmas? Where are you Christmas? Why can't I find you? I feel like maybe you are not feeling, yeah, exactly. I know you're really good at it because the rat told me so. But what I'm wondering is why you personally are a little bit down in the dumps today. Like you would no more wish on a star today than you would any. You're like meh. Of course you did, Keith. Um, Keith, you're so in sync and you just don't even know it. So, Francine, what I want to tell you is this. I don't know what you have to do. I know if you'll allow me, I'll send you all the beautiful, magical, good energy that I can. And it's just really time for you to turn this around. Whatever this little bit of shadow is inside of you right now, it's not for you. It's not for you. And I do feel like um that's really interesting. So, you know what, Francine? I'm feeling like you are really careful with your energy that you don't ever want to be like, "Oh, I don't take anything from the animals or the dogs. I don't like it's like you won't accept any energy or magic from them or medicine because you want to give, you want to give, you want to give, you want to give back to them. You never want it to be about you, and that's fine. I get it. I do a lot with animals. A lot. A lot. Not like some people do, okay? I'm not Jane Goodall, but okay. But they're telling you that they want to love you. I think you know they love you, but they want to love you where you accept that. I don't know. There's some kind of energetic block between you, but between you all, because you're so busy giving to them, you're not allowing it back. But that's what's going to turn this around. And I really would encourage you to work with Polar Bear and the Star, and just look it up. Teapot will put the links. If she can get to them, she'll put them in there. All right. I hope that's helpful, Francine. All right, Ricky Lynn Pittman. I know you're here because you told me so. And then it's going to be No to Drama, and then it's going to be Emily. And y'all, I got to cut out of here. I'd stay on here all day. If I'd have known it was going to be like this, y'all, I'd have planned 3 hours if I'd have coulda, but I couldn't have. All right. Ricky Lynn Pittman, I'm in your energy. Star and Polar Bear, yes, please. Thank you, Teapot. Oh, Sue, I'm so sorry. Not Sue. The person who said, I can't even step on a roach yet. Y'all, Amy and I went on a run this morning. Go do some errands. And I came out by the car and I went, God, there's a little itsy bitsy green spider on my car. I'm trying to catch that spider. I'm trying to catch it. I'm like, I don't want that guy flinging off my car. Oh, Lord. Okay, Ricky, I'm going to Facebook you or I'm going to text you back. Okay, now I'm out of Ricky's energy. Ricky, I'm going to hit you up for a Zoom, okay? Sorry. Okay, No to Drama. I'm glad that was helpful, Francine. No to Drama. It's finally your turn. And then it's Emily Rowan. Emily, you got to let me know you're here, though. I'm kind of back and forth about your energy. Anyway, y'all, I was trying any way I could to find that spider so he didn't fling off into the car behind me and go splat. But fortunately, he went down in the crack of my back door. And I just hope that he hung on for dear life. All right, No to Drama. Okay, good. All right. Okay, No to Drama. I know you're still here. I can feel it. All right, M, no problem. You don't have to focus, honey. That's my job. But that's why they call it being an evidential psychic medium. I'm like, her energies is back and forth. And so I don't know. Okay, all right, but I'm good now. All right, No to Drama. The first thing I got to say when I'm stepping into your energy that I see is really hilarious and cracking me up. You're like the jokester in your family. I just see you as like little elf. Dink a dink a dink a dink a dink. Dink a dink a dink a dink. You're always sneaking around looking for a joke to play. You're always looking for just fun to be had. I mean, you are the mirth and mayhem of your family and of your friends. Does this make sense to you? No to drama? Dink a dink a dink. Are you kind of tiny in stature? Like maybe not real tall? Because I feel like I want to hunker down and be an elf. Dink a dink a dink. Dink dink dink. Dink dink dink. Dink dink dink. And I just want to laugh when I step into your energy. Does this make sense? No to drama? Not telling you you're short. Vertically challenged a bit? Maybe. Is that true? Are those things true? Why do I keep pulling this old card? Okay. No to drama. This is a really interesting card. You're only 5 foot. 5'2". You're tiny. Okay, that's why I'm like, dink a dink a dink. Dink a dink a dink. Okay. So all of that said, 5 foot straight. You are dink a dink a dink. Dink a dink a dink. And always full of hell. You are just always full of the piss and vinegar. Just hilarious. I love you. You're awesome. I love all y'all, but dink a dink a dink. Oh, hilarious. You're 5 foot. Okay. And so you're texting me now. Thank you. So also, no to drama. Are you also like, you love to play practical jokes on people? Like you love to play and surprise people. You love to scare them, sneak up on them, play practical jokes. Yeah, I saw it. No to drama. Let me know in the chat or let me know in the text that I'm on the right, but I know I am because I know you're dink. Okay. This is a really interesting card because the star card, the polar bear, just came up. Hey, nobody click on that VASF tech link that just came up. They're total spammers. Getting rid of them now. And so when we talk about stars, I keep hearing that song, wishing on a star, wondering where you are, wishing on a dream. I don't remember who sang that, but there's something about stars and cosmic energy. Oh God, don't people have something better? You pathetic. People are so pathetic. I feel so sorry for them. Do I sell live farts? Your son and you scare each other. Okay. Did you ever want to be, or are you in, or does your son want to be in, or ever has been, in acting or public speaking or magic, like a magician, or just something that puts you in front of people, and it could even be teaching, but it's entertaining. Are any of you or you wanted to be, or you want to be, or he wants something around the world of entertaining? Weird no to drama because your messages are getting up. Your messages are getting to me on the chat faster than the text are, but I'm going to move on with the reading because there's something about being more in the public eye, helping more people with the humor, with the fun, with the just this great fun kind of attitude. There's something about that that's going to be really important to you. I really would like to know though, I really would like to know to drama. It's important that I know that either you or your son have been, are, or want to be. You took drama class. Okay, I get that. But did you ever want to actually, was there a time in your life where you seriously thought, I want to be an actor? Or anything on stage? Magician, comic, anything? Okay. So this is the animal that's working with you now, which is really interesting because this is pretty serious for somebody that's such a dinky dinky dink elf, always having a good time. This is the Condor, the King of Swords. And this is the, if you want something done right, you got to do it your dang self card. I mean, look at the look on this old boy's face. So, whatever there is, whatever there is going on, literally the answer to everything in your life right now, everything, is you got to roll. Yeah, it crossed your mind back then. Okay. So, oh, I think it more than crossed your mind. I think it more than crossed your mind. If you think back. But anyway, this is the thing. Whatever is going on in your sphere, whatever it is, and when I see spirit do this to me, it's saying everything's encapsulated. I'm making a big ball. And everything is rolled up into one. Meaning you literally have to roll up your shirt sleeves and you have to just take charge. Whatever's going on. And it'll go really well for you because I don't know that people are used to you taking charge so much of going, listen, step aside, people. Step aside. And it's like Moses parting the Red Sea. And you just go on about your merry business because there are things that are big things that need to be done right now with you and in your sphere. And they're big. But you're just going to cut. And you're a real cut through the BS kind of person when you want to be. You can, in the South, we call it get with the program. And what that means is, like, I am who I am. People always wonder if I'm putting on a persona for the camera. Sadly, no. The people that really know me in real life are like, wow, you really like this? And I'm like, yeah. So, sadly. But that does not mean that I can't get with it. Let me find somebody hurting an animal. Let me find somebody being ugly to somebody else. I'm a triple Scorpio, y'all. That's all I need to say is that. And that's what I'm feeling about you, No to Drama, is it's not like that. It's not done like with the, I'm not saying you do it like that, but when you take charge, people really sit up and listen. They really sit up and they listen. And there's something about you just going, all right, everybody get out of the way. And just be done with it. All right, I'm pulling one more card for you, No to Drama. You have waited so long and you have been so patient and so kind. Ooh. Girl, I don't know why I called you girl. I don't know if you're a man or a woman, but I was inclined to call you girl. So, of course nobody wants to deal with being a leader sometimes, but here's what I'm fixing to say to you. All joking aside, I feel like you have been through a lot in your life and you have had to rise again and rise again and rise again. And even as importantly, there's something that's going on in your life and your pattern where you're always there to help people rise again and rise again. People seem to always fall right in front of your feet. Like they're trying to take their last steps. They can't take the last step. Poof. They go down in the dirt and you're standing right in front of them. It's like you're a savior person. And I just am going to tell you like I'm hearing it, which is you're being honored for that today in such a big way, for all of the saving that you've done and all of the getting back up on your feet and getting back up on your feet that you've done. You're really being honored about that today. I don't know if today is a special day of some kind. I don't know if your birthday is like super soon or there's some kind of anniversary that's today or super soon. But something's going on where Phoenix is like, no joke, this is how I'm seeing it in my head. I just saw a Phoenix go, but on the way up, it's a male Phoenix because they are. Oh, there you go. You're always the one to lift others up. Okay, right. And this is why I say The animals never lead us astray. The messages are always what they need to be. Okay, it's not me, animals. But this is what I saw. Literally, I saw this old boy. The phoenix is going up, and the phoenix, all of a sudden, I looked up and was wearing a cowboy hat. These are the things that happen in my head. And that phoenix said tip with that cowboy hat and went straight up. I don't know if your country. I don't. Oh, well, of course you got fire, no joke. But phoenix. So what I'm saying is, I don't know if your country, if cowboy stuff resonates with you, or Southern or country, but in our world, in the Southern world, if you choose to embrace it, when a man tips his hat to you, or a woman tips their hat to you, it's a sign of respect, and they're not kidding. They're really not kidding. And we take it very seriously down here. Like, I don't wear a hat anywhere I go, but I'm fixing to buy a new truck. Bip, bip, bip. For those of you that are truck lovers, have you seen the new Ford Maverick? Oh, wow! I'm finna order one of those. It's because you got to order them now. But when I tip my head to somebody, when I'm walking past them in a grocery store, on the street or something, and I do that, it's a sign. It's the same as somebody coming up and saying namaste. And I'm not making fun of namaste. I'm just saying that's a Southerner's way of saying namaste. I see you, I honor you. And I'm nice to you until... Ooh, Ashley Fitz, you in Southeast Louisiana, girl. You all up in Cajun country. Aisha. I'm in Florida. I'm in North Florida, though, which is the same thing, South Georgia. Anyway, I hope that was helpful to you. No to drama. Emily Rohan, you're still here. Emily Rowan, this is the final reading of the day. I want to thank everybody very much as we wrap up here. If you choose to donate today, that's awesome. I cannot get to you till tomorrow. I will be to you tomorrow live from 1 to 3, and I'm telling you guys right now, I can only do 1 to 3 tomorrow. Texas! Woohoo! Everything's bigger in Texas. Rose. Okay. I will do that. I will call you, Rose. And so, because I am not going to try to beg Teapot to stay for another time, and today my wagon is not dragging. Yesterday, I thought I was going to fall asleep at my desk by the end of these readings. All right, Emily, Rose, I'm in your energy. Rose, 1 to 3 Eastern, 1 to 3 Eastern time. Ashley, now you got me, man. I want some muffaletta. I want some really good etouffee, and yeah, vegetarian, but that's what I want. And I want some chicory coffee and some beignets. You done flung a craving on me, girl. Dang. Now I'm gonna have to go watch, I don't know. I'm gonna have to pull up old episodes of Emerald Lagasse. Okay, I don't know what you're saying you make the best of, but I can be to your house in about 12 hours. Okay, Rose, I'm in your energy, and I need to know that, well, I think I'm in your energy. I need to know that I'm in the right energy. Rose, I feel like there's somebody that you're really, really worried about right now in your life. Could be yourself, but it could be somebody else. I feel like you've got a lot of worry for somebody on your heart right now. Is this making sense to you, Emily? Shoot, Rose. Rose, hit me up in the chat, or please, I gotta stop saying that. 56-year-olds do not say, hit me up in the chat. That's too, I gotta come up with something else. But Rose, I need to know that I'm for sure in your energy. So either text me, let me put my number in again. Okay, you've wanted to cry all day. I'm so sorry you want to cry, but I got you. Okay, we've all got you. Take a deep breath. Okay. Ashley, stop putting Cajun food stuff in there, man. It's distracting me. Okay. Okay, listen up, Rose. Here's the story. I feel like you're young. And even if you're like 105, I feel like you look young, you act young, you just have an extremely youthful energy about you. Extremely youthful. Maybe like mid 20s, early 20s. So it's okay, Ashley, I'm joking you. I can hold my focus. But we're talking about Cajun food. But it's an important time for you to realize that when you are so concerned about especially other people, man, I hope you know this. You are just, oh, I was just about to say you are wildly empathic. Hello, you're a Pisces. Ta-da! Okay, so I hope that you can separate what are your feelings and what you're taking on of others' feelings, because that's not going to help you. And I feel like you are either in a healing modality or want to be in a healing modality. Very physical based. Rose, does this make sense to you? Yeah, there's something about you and healing. Okay, you saw me get really quiet, right? Yeah. Okay. I I am here to tell you straight up, right here, right now, two things are at work here. I was told not to. I was told not. I was told not to flip cards because the animal that's working with you at this moment is sheep, and that your abilities as a healer, I don't care what kind of healing it is, they're no joke. They are no joke. It's like, God, what is that nurse? It's like your Florence Nightingale. It's like your Florence Nightingale born again. I I Rose, does this make do you have any ties? Do you have any ties to that side of the world? I want to say Florence Nightingale was British, French. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. So, all of that being said, Rose, I'm watching what you wrote, but Spirit is not letting you turn this into a reading about relationships, because what you're being told at the moment, once you start down that path, everything else is just beautiful. Like, I feel like you are a big lover of art. You love beautiful things, especially art. And I literally see your whole world turning into a painting, a Renoir or a Monet, or just one of those really ethereal, beautiful kinds of things. And so, listen, who doesn't want love, right? I'm single again. What else is new in my life, right? And I'm a triple Scorpio. We love. But there is spirits like taking your face and going, no, look this way, look this way. Because once you get on your track as a healer and you start to become who you were born to become, I'm just going to call you Florence Nightingale. Anytime I see your name in the chat, I'm just going to say, hey, what's up, Flo? Because you're Florence Nightingale to me. I don't know. If you know anything about her story or her history, if you don't, I would read it, because I think when you do, you're going to be like, there's going to be like some little detail in there that's going to be so equatable to your own life It's going to be crazy, crazy. And it's like, yeah. Now, I'm not telling you that you were Florence Nightingale in another life. I'm not telling you that. I'm just telling you that I'd look into her. Maybe you aren't her, but you might have been her BFF or something. But her energy, and those of you that have known me, that have been watching me read, maybe even just for a few months or for years, this never happens. Never. Ever, 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 ever. We talk about past lives, but of a famous person, nuh-uh. Because everybody's, I was Mahatma Gandhi in another life. I was, Chief Cochise in another life. You and 9 million other people, right? So I was a chicken hawk. I was a chicken hawk in another life. But who me? I'm a chicken hawk. But yeah, Rose, there's just something about that. And I really feel like, even if it's not Florence Nightingale, once you see those outfits those nurses used to wear with the big white bibs and the big Christian, Anglo-Christian maybe, I don't know. I know jack about religion, y'all, because I'm every religion. I don't care. As long as it's not harmful to people, I'm like, yeah, I'm in. So maybe once you see the outfits, it's gonna like bring up something in your ancestral memory. Don't let it freak you out. And if you need to cry, just cry. I mean, toilet paper is super expensive, and so is Kleenex these days, but girls got to do what they got to do, right? So I would say I hope that's very helpful. And then I really want to encourage you to work with sheep energy. Sheep are like dove. They're like white doves. They're all about peace. They're about love. They're about tranquility. But there's a whole side to sheep that people mistake and they don't know. And I know this because I grew up around them, and I grew up around goats. And let me tell you something. They've got senses of humor. I mean, they are funny and they play practical jokes. And I just feel like, yeah, there's something like, you use your shirt a lot. There's just something about sheep and their humor. So it's like, yeah, be all about the peace and be the kindness and the love. But when somebody needs a headbutt, give them a dang headbutt. And when yeah, you need more laughter. Not because you told me you want to cry all day. It has nothing to do with that. It's just a literal thing for like some time in your life now. You've needed a lot more laughter, or some laughter. Just try not to take things so seriously and get all down in the bottom of the ocean and not be able to come back up for air. All right. I hope that was helpful. Teapot, oh my God, Teapot, thank you for hanging in there with me. I'm so grateful for you in every day and every way, and I thank you. And you guys that showed up and stayed all this time, thank you. It's all for the animals. I thank you so much. I will be on from 1 to 3 tomorrow, Eastern Standard Time. If I didn't get to you today, I owe you a reading for tomorrow. Please make sure you're on the list. Just put it in the chat. We'll get it. You can, if I miss you or something tomorrow, or I missed you today, it is not a deliberate slight. I got a lot to try to keep up with. And I just thank you so much. And so, oh God, I love you guys. So I'm going to sign off with what I always do, which is what? Do good for animals, including yourself, and stay